We live.
Hey, yo, welcome back to The Connection, where we connect the dots between hip-hop and mental health. I'm Shu.
And I'm Hendo.
I'm Eric.
Yo,
And we got a special guest in the building. We got a guest it's actually his second time in the building.
2P, very recent, too.
Shout your name out.
Eric Parker. You're going to call me Jody.
Welcome back, bro.
Thanks.
So we got a pretty exciting episode today. A lot of exciting topics we're going to talk about. The first one, for Change My Mind today, we're going to talk about how many albums does it take to be a GOAT. More specifically, how many classic albums does it take to be, considered the greatest of all time or one of the GOATs?
That's a good question.
So in my personal opinion, how many classic albums does it take? I would say, some people say 3. If you have 3 classic albums, because not everybody has 14 to 15 albums like Hove.
I was going to say like 3 to 5. That's not true.
A lot of people say 3 is
LL
like the
Cool
standard.
J has a lot of albums.
For me, though,
so does Common.
You kind of got to have, I up the ante a little bit. I up the standard a little bit just because I don't want to make it as easy. Some people don't have
I'm saying like 3 to 7.
a lengthy career like Hove or M or Wheezy or whatever, but I think 5. I think 5. 5 classic
5
albums.
at the most or 5 at the minimum?
No, minimum. Like 5. Come on. We're talking classic albums. We're not talking albums. We're talking classic albums.
I think Hove has like 5 classics.
Right, without even thinking about it and going through his albums, I know for a fact Hove has 5.
I'm defining classics as what they did for the culture, what they did for Billboard, what they did for music sales, what they did for the change of music, the innovation of hip-hop, you feel me, like that, stuff like that. Like, Kanye definitely has...
But what are we taking into consideration though? Because are we talking?
We're taking their talent, we're taking their lyricism, we're taking their appeal, we're taking their Billboard success.
So all things into account.
All things into account.
Not just the number of classic albums.
Yeah. All things all things that they put into those classic albums.
Let me just give you a weird scenario. So if Russ had 5 classic albums in a couple of years, he still doesn't qualify because of all the other things that he lacks?
No. If he put all of those things in those albums, minus his mediocre albums, then those would be considered classics.
So he would be considered a GOAT?
Yeah, if he had 5 classic albums.
I think anyone who has a greatest hit.
Whoever, that's pretty valid. R. Kelly has a greatest hits album. Jay-Z, Eminem.
Greatest hits album.
I think Tyler the Creator even does.
That's another good point. If you don't have a greatest hits, then you haven't really put in your work yet.
Like, and Eminem had a greatest hits is like what? His 6th album?
Yeah, it was a minute ago. That was like a decade ago or some shit.
It was after the.
How many albums does M have?
Let's go through them. So, are we considering Infinite is considered an album, right? Even though it was independent. Infinite.
You think that's a classic
Slim
album?
Shady. We're not counting Slim Shady EP, right? Or are we counting that?
Wasn't that one of his first?
So it has a lot of tracks from the LP, but it has some different tracks. God bless.
Sure, thank you.
Like it has like Low Down and Dirty is another dope track that is not.
Album.
So
even though I don't like that
we're
album,
not considering the EP. So we got Infinite. We're not considering the Slim Shady EP.
No.
We got Slim Shady LP. We got Marshall Mathers LP.
That was a really good album though. Infinite.
Eminem Show. It was.
Show Curtain Call.
No. Eminem Show. Encore.
Curtain Call.
Curtain Call was the greatest hits.
Yeah, that
a lot of people think that's an album. That's a greatest hits. And then, does that count? Does that count?
No, that doesn't count as a classic album.
Encore,
that went from
Relapse.
Yeah, Relapse.
That's
Recovery.
definitely a classic.
It was.
Recovery is so garbage, but it is a classic.
It's
so ridiculous. I
after
hate that
Recovery, it was Marshall Mathers LP2.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one they said?
That shit was garbage.
Hell, the sequel with Royce. You got to count that because we're counting Watch the Throne for Hove.
His D12 work? Though?
Are we counting that as a classic
No.
album?
Well,
are you counting that? Are we gotta talk?
It is.
We gotta talk socially about this.
It is it's one of the best received collaborative albums in hip hop history. Watch the Throne.
No way, for real.
Oh my god.
Watch the Throne
Oh
is
my
a super
God.
classic album,
If you have an appreciation for technicality of rap,
which I do.
Royce and M fucking bodied everything. The whole thing is fire as fuck.
Yo, that
It's so crazy.
the freestyle that him and Royce did a few years back with each other in Detroit, Eminem destroyed that shit.
Bro, they both, like, Royce is on some other shit, but
Yeah, Royce is a fucking.
he's
beast.
on some other spit.
Yeah, it was probably like the Slaughterhouse cipher.
So
and shit.
nine would be hell the sequel. That's his ninth, and then after we already said Marshall Mathers LP two.
Are we just counting his albums?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
we're
after
not
that?
We're not doing classics right now.
I mean, you can count on classics as we're going along.
For the EPs, because that's what started. That's what put them out there.
I'm talking stuff
For
that
real,
like,
bro. What M started underground.
What came after Marshall Mathers LP two?
Revival,
Revival. That's his 10th, technically.
then Kamikaze.
And then Kamikaze's his 11th. So, I mean, if we take the
He was
collaborative,
considered a goat.
He's been a goat.
So
since,
he
like,
really has-
Encore.
He's
Honestly,
been a
that's
goat.
his 10. That's his 10th
He's got
to hit the bill.
That's his
He got some
10th
kind of
number
award or
one
something.
album.
10th number
Yeah.
one album, yeah.
right.
So that's why Hove takes the W there for number one albums, because Hove has 14. or
But
something.
he has two number one albums that are off of technicality with the whole Samsung deal, and like the one that just came out 444. Like that shit was off some technicality shit too. Even though it is the beautiful
No,
album,
Hove's straight up. Listen,
It went and
but
cheap.
that
Hove
have
does never does
all
Hove
the
lack.
respect in the
Yeah.
world, because he's a fucking businessman at the end of the day. That man's smart.
Yeah,
I
facts.
mean, so-
Wouldn't Nicki be a goat too?
I don't
She's
know.
been
Let's
on
go
the
through it.
billboards.
All that I know of Nicki is the one she just dropped in Pink Friday. I haven't followed
Actually,
her career.
yeah, I would put Nicki as a goat, bro. She's been every album is on Billboard, even mixtape
But
shit.
are we just going album sales? Or are we going?
We're
like,
going album
are we
sales.
going-
She did a lot for
Are
culture.
we going opinion based? Because like,
She
look,
did a lot.
Billboard, 'cause that's
Here's
where
my
everybody
thing.
focuses
I'm
on.
going everything. I'm going everything. Listen, she's
I guess you got to take it all into consideration. If we're
besides
talking
corporate
GOAT,
business shit.
everything goes in. Because I'm saying, like, this is my thing. Are we talking popular, unpopular opinion? Like, who's like, is this opinion based? Like, do we vote them as the GOAT because we all like it or we received it well, or are we just going strictly because it hit the billboards and it's?
We're talking about everything.
I think we do both.
We're talking about everything past Billboard too. We're talking about
You have to.
the influence it did for
Yeah,
hip
if we're just
hop,
talking
the
numbers,
culture.
then it's-
Even Eminem albums I don't like, you would have to consider classics because they shifted
Well, he
culture.
wouldn't came out with Kamikaze if he didn't have Fire.
Kamikaze is technically a
Kamikaze
classic album.
shifted the culture.
Bro,
It
number
was all
one
up in
in
the
30
media.
minutes. Number one in 30 minutes. That's
Shit was
fire.
all up
Hit.
in the media.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet he
like,
felt good that he could do that late in his career.
honestly.
That's
yeah.
got to feel amazing.
I would definitely call that a
Especially
classic
after the
album.
last album.
So M is definitely a goat.
100%.
But Nicki's a goat too.
M is a goat.
But-
Hove is a goat.
But Nicki had to work
Is
harder
Wayne a
to be
goat?
Is Wayne a goat?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
To me, he is. I want to say it,
He's
but
a-
no.
He's
no.
done a lot
But
for
we're talking
culture,
how many.
bro.
He shifted the culture more than a lot of people without albums. So that's
Gonna
got
hate me.
to that's
Gonna-
got to speak volumes in itself. He's done.
Wayne is a goat. Not
His
even based
mixtape
off of-
shit,
not
bro.
even-
But his mixtapes
Wayne
alone,
is a
he's
goat, not just for record sales and shit like that. Just Wayne is a goat because no matter what it is he's spitting about, it's
I know.
already on the top.
I
of the
know,
top.
but it-
everybody
He doesn't write.
Hit him.
He doesn't
Love him or
write.
hate him.
But here's my argument to that. And God, like,
He doesn't write.
I don't ever want to find myself in these situations where I have to really speak the truth
He doesn't write
in public
That
about
is
this
the
shit
truth.
because I love Wayne. But look, at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is we're sitting here talking about how many GOAT albums. I'm going to remind you the discussion. How many GOAT albums does it take, right?
It took him like 3.
I mean, how many classic albums does it take to be a GOAT? Hold on. Wayne doesn't have those.
Carter
He
3
does.
is classic.
No, he doesn't.
Fuck that. The
No, he
Hottest on
doesn't.
the Sun,
Wayne-
the
Wayne-
Week 4. Let's go. I'm gonna hit.
No.
mixtape 2.
Hold on.
Mixtapes do not count because if we're
So
counting mixtapes,
are we talking dual albums? Or are we talking Father
if we're
Like Son?
counting
That was a
mixtapes,
pretty classic
I'm throwing
album.
in a bunch of other people.
All right, but you got
Father Like Son did a lot for Billboard, did a lot for culture. Wayne
You're
has
talking
been,
about the Birdman and
yeah,
Weezy shit.
that was a great
okay,
album.
That's a classic.
Carter 2, that album.
Stunting Like My Daddy, all that shit.
Gangsta Grip. Boom.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that was an
no,
album.
no, it was
Yes,
not.
it was.
No, it was not.
Dog, that shit so
No,
good.
Gangsta
Carter
Girls never
Carter
had it,
4,
though.
as much as I don't like it, is a classic album.
Look,
It did a lot
let's
for
go.
culture.
We're going way back. We're going way back.
Carter 5.
Everybody
Anything
right,
before Carter 1
5
is
is
not
a
a classic.
classic.
Can we all agree on that?
All right, yeah.
I'm going to break this down
The
real
Carter-
simply.
I love the
I'm
Carter
going to show
one
you
so
how
much.
much of a huge Wheezy fan I am and how long I've been following his career since I was a young kid. All right, ready?
I feel like he wanted to say niggas just now.
Before you trying to play me right now?
Yeah, he did.
He
But,
definitely
Go
did.
ahead.
Why? Because it came out like
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It was that missing factor. Like,
Yeah, fact.
Coulda got it. Coulda got it.
Like
It didn't- it
we
didn't
yeah,
hit
we
right, it
wouldn't
didn't
have.
float.
I don't think I would
It's
have
like when you
registered.
hear a rap, when you ask a rapper to rap, like, yo, I rap, all right, rap for me. And like the flow's off and you're just like,
Yeah, you meant to say something, but
Word,
You know what I mean?
facts, yeah. But nah, what was you
yeah,
saying?
go ahead.
shut the fuck up. All right, so anything before I can't believe you just said that. Anything before the Carter 1 is not a classic. Can we all
No,
agree
it's
on that?
not.
Right.
Thank you.
No matter how good the album is.
So
it's
you know you're Wheezy. Good.
Yeah.
So Carter 1,
not.
it's not.
No, it
Carter
flopped.
2,
Yeah.
yes. As
Yes.
Carter 3.
fuck. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Carter 3.
Carter
yes.
4 is. Even though I don't like it, it did so well, bro. It did so well. I'm not a human,
Did he
and I'm
put
not
out-
a human being.
Wait, did he put
That
out
was-
it?
yeah,
Did he
that.
put out an album before
His
Carter,
rock album,
Carter 3 and 4?
his rock album,
Rebirth
classic.
was because
Classic.
no, fuck all that. It
Classic.
was all right.
He would've been
Rebirth.
his
Wow, he has
Hold on.
more than I thought.
Hold on,
So,
hold on. Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter 4,
2, 3, 4,
Uh,
Rebirth.
Rebirth. That's 4. I'm not a human being.
I didn't
Yes.
listen to the whole thing.
What?
Is it?
I don't think it's a classic.
What? But, well, no,
How good did it do on Billboard?
It was in the top 10 for like.
It was definitely not. Listen, Wayne always moves numbers. I'm not.
Yeah,
That's not
Wayne
what
does
I'm concerned
move
about.
It was in the Billboard.
Always.
Yeah.
And do you see how much he sold on Carter 5?
Yeah.
Do you see how many numbers he moved?
How much?
Not as much as it was hyped about.
No.
Well, that's
no.
because of society.
No,
and
this
like,
shit like was like number
It-
one in
it
like
moved.
no time. Like it moved.
It moved. Yeah.
Um.
I think it had like 400,000
It
first
took
week.
me like 4 months just to get.
So my thing is like
It sold a lot, bro. Wayne, after 6 years.
he always moves numbers. It's just really what it comes down to is it like
Wait, do we
with
consider
the hip hop
Sorry for the
community,
Wait
are we
albums?
considering it a classic? All right.
No.
So far, we got Carter 2, 3, 4, Rebirth.
Those are your classics right there. You would have to stop there.
That's really it. Yeah.
But
I'm not.
Father Like Son?
Even though
Father Like
Carter
Son?
5 moved
Father Like
numbers,
Son?
Carter 5 is not a classic.
I don't think it's a classic
I don't.
either.
It's not a
It's a,
classic.
it's a great album to me. I
and
think
it's not
a really
going
good
to be.
one.
It's not like
Yeah,
10 years
it's-
from now we're going to look back and be like that was a classic. We're going to be like it shifted the culture, but it's not a classic. It's
I don't
not.
even
Just because it shifts the culture doesn't.
I don't
mean
even
it's a
think it really
classic.
shifted the culture. He just spoke about the shit.
I think it was just the hype
Squeeze-
of him coming back and everybody was
You could
excited.
squeeze in the Rebirth.
But I
really
do
stop
think
at
it was a-
Carter 3.
I feel like you can. I feel like you don't need to squeeze in the Rebirth. I feel like the
He was
Rebirth
a
has.
GOAT at the Carter 3. That's what sold it.
But we're
right
on 4 right now, and
there. But
what's
wait, do we
I'm
count
not a
the
human being.
dedication albums?
No, those aren't. Those are
They're
mixtapes.
mixtapes.
Yeah.
This man
Father
trying to throw
Like
mixtapes
Son,
in there.
fam.
I'm just saying he put out
Stunting
so
like-
You're trying to throw the.
Bro.
My man's trying to throw the man a
Money
bone.
Yamaha Chrome Dot 1100. What I'm doing, getting, bro.
Like Father, like Son.
That's a classic.
Okay.
But do we
It's
go
fine.
back-
I'll give
but
you
do we
that.
go back to his Hot Boy?
I'll give you that, but I'll give you that.
'cause that's
Okay,
not
Wayne.
his
Okay,
album.
look, Wayne is a goat. He has more than I actually thought. He has 5. There's his
Yeah,
5,
Wayne is a
but
goat.
that's a soft 5.
It's a
He
super
only-
soft.
It is
vibe.
a
He
soft
only
5.
needed
Let's
2
be
albums.
honest. He's at the bottom of the goat list. He barely just made it. He was knocking on the door.
I'm not
They
gonna
let him in.
disagree with that.
No.
But
no.
but I love.
He
the
has
fuck
shifted the
out of
fuck
Wayne.
out of culture.
He's
Wait,
more
let's-
more than
More
probably-
than-
more
more
than a
than
lot of people
Hov,
on
fam.
the goat
the
list.
crazy.
exception is screwed because you got to consider this. Like before Wayne, all you had was
He made a subgenre of
Nas.
hip hop.
Yeah, but think about it.
He made a genre of hip hop.
Hold on, let me ask you this question. Did
I don't
Jay-Z
wanna get into that combo again, but it's
did
the truth.
Jay-Z make a rock album?
Hell no. You don't need to.
No,
It's not his
No.
thing.
Even
he
Kanye,
doesn't. He doesn't need. To.
even Kanye
He
West
doesn't.
has wore a Cradle
As much
of
as
Filth
I wanted
shirt.
to say no, he didn't to big up Wayne. He doesn't need to do that.
But, all right, but
Even
we gotta-
Kanye
we gotta-
listens
we
to
gotta,
metal.
Eminem
we
and
gotta separate
Eminem and
the
Hov
factors,
don't need to
though.
do shit.
We have to
To be
separate
honest with you,
the factor. But Eminem is the bridge between Hov and Lil Wayne.
Honestly, that's not too.
You
That's
gotta-
that's
you
not
gotta-
too false.
You gotta
Why is
categorize-
that?
Because
you
he's
gotta-
done music with both of them. They have a great rapport with Eminem. Both of them
They
do.
all did a track together.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne,
no,
T.I., or did you forget that?
no. M wasn't in that. You're
Yes, he
you're thinking
was.
about Swagger Like Us, and that was
Swagger
Kanye
Like
and-
Us.
No, they did a remix. He was on it. I'm not.
M was.
Are you
not
talking
on that
about
shit.
Forever? The shit with fucking Drake and
Wayne,
shit.
Kanye,
Wayne
and
did
M.
that with, they did that.
They never
But
all did a track
M and-
together, but
They worked together.
M has
But
only
it wouldn't be-
M has only
it
done
wasn't
Renegade
on
with
the
Hov.
album.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the album though. But they
That's
did
the
a
only
remix
song
of
they
Slide
have
Out.
together?
Renegade is the only song they
That's
ever did
super
together, and it was
disappointing.
originally M and Royce's song,
Right.
and they took Royce off it
And put Jay.
and they put
That's
Hov on.
fucked.
To make it mainstream.
Yeah,
That's super fucked up. But
go listen to
that's not cool.
Royce. I think has a verse leaked for that. Like his original verse is pretty dope.
Jay's verse was super impressive
It
though.
was no, that was a bigger. That's a business move. You do that for business. You know what I mean?
Let's focus.
Okay,
the
so-
perspective. What I'm saying is this, because you got to remember, we can say greatest of all times, but that only bridges the gap for generation purposes. Like Jay Z and M technically are in the same class, but M was younger, so he would still be in the Lil Wayne generation. That's why I say he bridges the gap between Hov and Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne really didn't pop.
So like
06,
04 ish.
06,
Yeah.
M was 2000.
That man has
04.
perseverance because he's
And
been in the
Jay-Z
game
was
since a
back
kid.
in like what 98, 97, 98, and still today.
Jay Z's first album dropped in '96, Reasonable Doubt, and
That wasn't even considered a classic till like a few
M
years
dropped
later.
Infinite in '96.
That's crazy.
So M was still independent, running around in Detroit, and
That's a great
Hov was
album,
basically transitioning into the mainstream world.
That's crazy.
Still kind of
when-
independent, but
back
it was
when you had-
yeah.
You know what sucks?
Waves.
Andre 3000 is not a goat.
Oh my god, bro, that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
You can't say
I'll
he's a
walk.
goat
I'll
without
fucking walk
Outkast.
up out of here right now.
He's
You can't
without
say
Outcast,
Andre
he's
is
not.
a goat without
Outcast is a goat, but Andre 3000 is not a goat.
Outkast is a goat.
Outcast is a
Outkast
goat.
is very much a goat.
Yeah. Outcast is totally a goat. I would even
So
say,
who's a goat after them?
I would say-
I hate saying that. I hate that.
you know what's crazy?
When
I would
peop-
consider Tyler the Creator a goat.
Yeah, current generation. You could
A current generation goat because every single album he's put out, even his independent album, Bastard, has shifted culture. When Bastard and Goblin came out, it was niggas dressed like him in old man sweaters and shit like that. He's got a song with Wiz Khalifa.
All right,
He's
so
got
there's
him
no
and his-
doubt he shifted the culture, and the man.
He's reached a lot of
He's
nice
not
Billboard
my top
success.
goat for this generation.
No,
He's
You
reached a
got-
lot of
you
Billboard
got-
success and a
he's
lot
got
of fashion
Wiz.
success.
I
Wiz.
really.
You got Wiz Khalifa. He's a goat. You can't take that from him. See, Snoop is his hand. Snoop is his man. Snoop is the goat. He trained the goat.
Snoop is totally a goat.
Okay.
That's so
I love
cool.
I love how. Wait, Snoop is a goat, and I love how Snoop endorses him. And I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. I'm like, is it because like maybe like he looks like him a lot, or he likes to smoke a lot of
Kinda
weed?
what he
Like,
tried to do with Bow Wow.
you know what I mean? Like, it's like his whole person, right? Like,
Wiz Khalifa
He tried to
is
make
type
Bow
talented,
Wow
though,
a goat,
sometimes.
but Bow Wow fell off.
Yeah, wow.
Wiz Khalifa technically could call himself Lil Snoop Dogg and get away with it,
He looked like him.
I wouldn't deny
but
that.
he can't call himself Lil Snoop because
That's
because
arrogant.
Meek's boy.
Ha,
Right.
yeah.
But
Rest in
after
peace.
Wiz, you got Childish Gambino. Chance
I wouldn't
the
call
Rapper.
him.
All
I
right,
would.
all right.
I wouldn't call
Now,
either of
hold
them
on.
goats.
Now hold on.
Gatekeepers,
This is where
but
it
not
gets
goats.
exciting for me. So I haven't listened to any of Childish Gambino's albums. I have not. Okay.
You're stupid.
Now I know he's dope because I listen to a lot. I'm not saying I haven't listened to his music. I haven't dove deep into his albums. I can't really say
He's
much
not a
here.
goat.
He's not a goat.
He's not a goat. He doesn't have enough albums to be a goat, and
How many albums does he have? How many
3 or
albums
4.
does Childish Gambino have?
3 or 4.
That's it.
Dang, yeah.
When did his first album drop? Like
2010,
2011,
11-ish. Yeah.
something like that. Like he came out with like Cudi and
He is a very much a gatekeeper and shit like that though, because like
he's
he's got a fucking Emmy, fam.
Wait.
An Emmy.
he's got a
Well, that's what I'm
show.
saying.
He's got a show,
he
a
wrote
very
the show.
successful
A
show.
great writer.
Okay,
35.
he's
Yeah.
one of the most creative people.
He's more creative than a lot of goats.
He's a
Yeah,
comedian,
very much.
Yeah.
an actor, movie star, for real, and an artist.
Dumb talented in everything he does.
Donald Glover's a beast.
If
Could we
If
just
we could
consider
say
him a
we-
goat based off
if
that?
no, but we have to. We have to. If we
No.
Jay-Z ain't writing screenplays,
No,
fam. Like
No, in the competitive world of hip hop,
was a goat.
he's not.
Tupac is a goat.
All right, Tupac is a goat.
Tupac
Not just
is a
for
goat.
His music. You talking about someone who moves
Yeah.
society,
With-
culture. Donald Glover.
Donald Glover
Child
is very
Gambino
super
is
cool.
doing
Without question, Tupac has so many albums. You know he's got 5. You already know that off the bat. Let's be dead serious right now.
He's got so much music.
I'm saying he's a goat.
Is Biggie a goat?
Yes.
No.
Off of shit.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Whoa! I don't like your attitude right now.
You
No.
can't.
I don't ever in the same room as me disrespect. I'm just proving
Biggie's
I'm
not no fucking goat.
No,
fam.
listen. Don't do that. But look, I'm just bringing them up because it's like if we're going off of albums, I mean, but that's not fair though because he didn't, you know what I mean, his life was taken. Like he didn't. It is what it is, but I'm just saying.
Tupac is a goat. His life was taken around the same time.
But
Yeah,
Tupac
Tupac
started
had-
making music way before Biggie did.
That's Biggie's fault.
Tupac was dropping albums
Biggie
early
was,
90s.
I know.
Biggie was in jail though.
Biggie's first album dropped, I think, like
That's when he started when he came out.
94,
Four.
I think, 94, right? 95? 94.
Around that era.
94, I think. It was the same year as Illmatic, 94.
The only
Nas
reason-
is
wait,
a
wait, wait,
goat.
Wait,
Nas is a
Nas
motherfucking goat.
is a-
Fuck
but-
yeah.
Nas is a
fucking goat.
motherfucking
The
goat.
only
In caps,
reason-
bitch.
Hell
Like,
yeah,
like-
nigga.
Now we can't say just albums. We considered it.
He's got
The
5.
Nas has a whole face on Mount Rushmore,
The
dog.
people make Biggie a goat.
He's got he could have a couple.
So society made Biggie a
Not
goat.
just
No.
Not
He
I say
made
the
himself
people.
he made himself a goat, but look,
the people make him.
he's
great.
considered a goat, but if we're talking, look, here's what I'm
He's
going to say.
not a
Biggie
goat.
is a goat. Okay, we're not going to disrespect this man.
On
May he
social
rest in peace.
technicality,
Biggie's
yes,
a
but-
goat, but if we're talking albums, classic albums, he doesn't qualify.
You know what I'm about
he
to
doesn't
say.
have 5. He
You know what
doesn't.
I'm about to say.
He doesn't.
You know what I'm about to say.
What?
If we consider Biggie a goat, we have to consider X a goat.
Yeah.
And then he's not.
Well, I
And
say
we're just
X
gonna
is
end it on
large.
that.
So we should take Biggie out of this conversation before we have this argument.
I think we should consider talking about
Wait, why X isn't a goat?
Hold on.
X has
Hold on.
definitely shifted
Hey,
culture.
hey,
Fuck all
He
that.
definitely shifted
Wait, are we
culture.
talking? You're talking about DMX. You're talking about
No, I'm talking about
XXX
XXX.
Tentacion.
Well, that's
Tentacion.
what I'm saying. It's a generation.
Who are you talking to?
Same thing.
I mean, who are you talking about?
X.
X.
Really?
Said it
Yes.
should be a goat.
If we consider Biggie a goat, we have to consider
DMX is a goat.
Definitely.
DMX got 5. DMX got 5.
He's in the Jay-Z.
He's a
And-
low
and-
tier
Yo,
goat.
I don't know if
He's
anybody's
like a
done
Ginyu
this
Force
yet.
goat. Like,
I don't know if anybody's done this after him, but I know X had 2 #1 albums in the same motherfucking year. He had his debut album, and then he dropped his second album in the same year. They both went #1.
And his new album drops December 7th.
Can you fucking imagine?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta hear that.
His new song just came out. It's got 10 million views in 2 days.
DMX?
No, X.
Oh, we're talking about 2 different people. Damn it.
DMX is the man.
I'm
though.
talking about DMX, bro.
DMX is the fucking goat.
Can we talk about DMX for a
Yeah,
second? Can we
DMX
not?
is a goat.
Can we not talk about
That
X while we're talking about DMX for 1 second?
That crackhead ass nigga definitely got a lot of Billboard hits.
Whoa. What in the fuck?
He a crackhead, fam.
Dog, come on. You gotta really, really?
I got
Really,
respect
bro?
for him.
No, you
I
don't.
got respect
you
for
don't
him.
have respect for someone if you gotta say that every time his name gets brought up.
That's funny.
Come on, dog.
My bad, bro.
Come on, dog.
You feel me?
we need to-
And not talk about his
We
Yeah,
need to get
exactly.
him on this show.
I,
DMX.
DMX.
I'm not talking about X anymore. DMX, I'm talking about. The real X, the original X. X. Okay? Not triple X.
You mean X-Pac from wrestling?
I'm going to X you out in a second. All right?
Wow.
Listen,
All right.
DMX is a GOAT. Okay? Throw some respect on his name, bitch.
Yeah, I'm just
And
playing. DMX is definitely a goat.
He's, bro, come on. DMX is the reason that Kendrick raps.
Yeah, I know. And MGK.
He said he heard he was a kid, he heard a DMX track, and the energy he brought on the track made him want to rap.
DMX is that nigga.
Yo, I got a question for you. Let's
What
talk
up?
about the locks.
No,
Let's talk about the locks.
no,
But you can't not acknowledge him.
not goats.
Oh, you were saying? I thought
No.
you were saying you don't want to talk.
No, they're not
He
goats.
just straight up said no.
They're not goats.
Because look,
They probably have a lot of cultural influence and
it's beyond that.
and
The
culturally
Lox- the
shifted
Lox-
albums, but
the
like,
Lox
eh.
is. Can we just say this? I'll tell you who the Lox is, and you can argue Dipset or G Unit, whatever. The Lox is the most.
is
The
better
Lox
than
is the
Harder
most
Than Long.
favorited street hop group.
Cause niggas are stupid. Dipset. Cameron will wrap circles around Jadakiss.
No.
Yes.
You're talking old Cam, like
Any
Killer
Cam,
Wait a
any
minute.
Oh,
Wait a
era
minute.
of Cam.
Back when like Pun and back when Fat Joe was rapping like Pun, like that era, like early 90s,
any
like mid
any
90s.
form of Cameron can destroy
Not
Jadakiss,
Cameron
bro.
today, but Killer Cam.
Have you heard Cameron's
I'm
verse
just saying
on one
it's
of Nicki
too-
I'm not gonna
Minaj's
say
songs?
Cam is better than Jada because I bangs with Jada more than I bang with Cam.
Look,
I bangs with Cam, bruh.
You might as well bangs with Jeezy too.
I bangs Young Jeezy.
He's
I
a goat.
fucks
Nah,
Young
old
Jeezy. Young Jeezy may be a goat. Young
hold on.
Yo.
Whoop.
Kiss is a goat.
Look,
As much as I don't like his music.
is he though? Because
Yeah.
like, all right, let's talk about it then.
Yeah.
So he has Kiss the Game Goodbye. Was that his first album?
I don't fucking know, bro.
Kiss the Game Goodbye. What was it?
I don't know his first album, but I know that Kiss of Death was killing.
He's got a.
Kiss of Death was my shit.
Kiss of Death was
but
Does
what
he
was
do
the one
that with
before
all
that?
of
What was
his
the one
albums?
before that?
Does he do that with all of his albums?
what?
Does he ever?
He had
does
the Last Kiss, Kiss of Death, Kiss the Game
His
Goodbye.
name was in it. Yeah.
That's so stupid.
No, it's not. It's dope. It's dope.
That's dumb.
You need to chill.
Did the top 5 did a lot.
That's
Kiss the
dumb.
Game Goodbye, Kiss
Let me
of
see these.
Death.
Let me see these.
Yeah.
All right, look, I know all these albums. I just don't memorize what order they're in. So, I believe Kiss the Game Goodbye was his first. All right, Kiss the Game Goodbye is a classic. That was 2001. Kiss of Death was definitely a classic. The Last Kiss.
that on opinion or stats?
They both were very much classics.
And I didn't
But
bang
not
it
even
like
opinion.
that. And
The
I was
last
banging
the
Kiss
Last
of Death.
Kiss to me was a classic. I don't know if it was a classic in the hip hop community. I don't know. That was
And then that would
2009.
be in that same era though. 50 was a good.
I Love You is not a classic.
50's not a goat.
Top 5 Dead or Alive is not a classic.
You just said 50's not a good.
He's not.
Jada has 3 classics. He doesn't meet 5.
All right. So Jada's not a goat.
Why? Is 50
According to our criteria, he's not because he doesn't have 5.
Yeah.
But you could technically, some
socially,
people might say, okay,
yeah.
he's got 3 classic albums. Some people classify 3 as being a GOAT. And if that's the case, a lot more people would get in. But if we're going by 5, which I like, I always did that, I think Jada needs 2 more classic albums and then he can be in that topic.
Yeah, totally.
You know, I mean, be in that combo.
He's a
But
gatekeeper.
He definitely is. Yeah, no, Jada, I have much respect for Jada. I salute him and Styles P.
I think
and
he's.
Chic.
I'd rather listen to Styles P over Jada just because he's dumb disrespectful, and I really feel
Who's
like
disrespectful?
Styles P, like the way.
Oh, you're saying you like it?
Yeah, I love how disrespectful and grimy he
yeah.
is. But
Yeah,
like
because there's a certain time and a place for a certain type of music, right?
that
So,
nigga, like, I'll fuck your mother's mouth. I'm like, wow, Styles.
like Ghost says some shit. Like
I feel
he's-
like Styles P is like a blueprint to Cassidy. To be honest,
yeah,
yeah,
really,
honestly,
that's a crazy.
Cassidy's dumb
comparison.
disrespectful.
He said 50 cents. Not a,
He's not. 50 Cent does not
Whoa,
have
whoa,
5
whoa.
classic albums.
what?
Whoa,
Look at
you're
the album.
fucking tripping right
look at all
now.
his albums.
Hold
You
the
tell me-
fuck up.
Let's
Hold
look
on.
at album sales.
Stop it. Stop it.
Get Rich or Die
Fuck
Trying
album
is a
album
classic.
sale. He always sold. What are you saying?
Let's look at
Look,
album sales.
hold on, because you know what I'm about to bring up. Get Rich or Die Trying. Classic.
Massacre.
I don't even need to look around the room. The Massacre. A
Classic.
fucking classic.
Curtis
I
was
just talked to you
garbage.
about that 10 minutes
And then
ago.
back to back to.
Wait. Power of a Dollar wasn't a mixtape. That was an album. That was an independent album. That is
Did
a
it sell?
classic. It was independent. It was before. It did sell. That's what got him signed. Power of a Dollar is the reason that M found him.
Boom.
It's a classic. So you're not about to tell me it's not a classic. It got him signed. Shit gets you signed. It's a fucking
It
classic.
has to be, yeah. most definitely.
Before I Self-Destruct, in my opinion, is a fucking
That is a
classic.
classic.
What did it
In
do?
my opinion, it's a
Sold a
classic.
lot.
What did it do on Billboard?
It
It
did
was on the
shit.
Billboard.
It did.
It shit on people?
No, it shit on people.
All right.
Wait,
people.
he had 4 tracks on the Billboard from that album.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
4 tracks.
Out of how many
Okay,
tracks?
you're right. Do you think about me? Whatever that track was called. Do you think about me?
Yeah, that was on there. and he had 2 other ones.
And then he had one with M. Was it? Psycho?
It's
Was
so
that-
weird that Eminem and 50 Cent go on songs together.
Why?
Because they don't rap the same.
But that's me and
But
you.
if it wasn't
That's
for M,
That's me and you.
I
That's
love
like,
listening to Fifth.
You
though.
have to be able to be like that. Now hold on. Now here's where it gets tricky because Curtis.
That's not.
It's sold. It's sold.
It's really not a good album.
That was the one that went up against Graduation, and that.
But Graduation is
But
a better
you know
album than that.
But you know what I'm about to say. The industry did that.
It don't matter if
industry did that.
it don't matter if the music is better.
The industry did that.
It don't matter if the music is
The
better.
industry did that.
Kanye West
They
did that album
They pulled
himself.
the spotlight off of 50, and they said, "Here you go, yay."
But then again,
You don't want me to get into that.
though.
Huh?
They had to do that. 50 was just hot.
He was getting powerful.
He was getting too.
He still is dumb powerful.
But is Curtis a classic?
No.
No,
It's not.
it wasn't his best.
Animal Ambition? No.
No. What was the?
You're not about to sit here and tell me he's got
What
4.
about the Bulletproof?
I'm not trying to.
The
hear
Get
this.
Rich or Die Trying. The Get Rich or Die Trying
Yeah, if
soundtrack
we're
was crazy.
look, if we went over all M's albums and we considered like the collabs and all that shit, then we're counting that
Right.
because that shit was crazy. He's got at least 5. I'm telling you right
The
now.
Get Rich or Die Trying album, I'll take over that.
I'm not trying to hear
The soundtrack to Get Rich or Die Trying.
There you
That's
go.
a classic.
Yeah, that's a solid. That's a
That's
solid
an album
5. He's a
and
goat,
the
bro.
I'll whip your head, boy. Hustler's Ambition, my nigga.
What? What?
Oh my god, yeah, totally. And I mean,
Window shopper?
window
But
shopper.
then G Unit would be a goat too.
No,
Yes. Fucking, are you crazy as
If
fuck?
they would have
Are you nuts right now? You tripping?
Young Buck.
and you
Lloyd
know what?
Banks.
Are
they-
you crazy?
they took
Beg
shit
for
over
mercy.
for a while. Yeah,
Are you tripping? I'm gonna make you
Alright.
beg for mercy if you don't stop it. Look, check
a
this
lot
shit
of
out.
goats of that
This
era.
man's got like 6. He's in there.
yeah.
He's fucking
Fifth
in
is
there.
A goat, yeah,
He's a goat.
he's a goat.
5th is a goat.
Yeah, he is.
The game.
The game is not a goat.
No.
By the way, I just want, before we transition, I just read, it's all over the headlines. 50 is trying to buy the rights. He's working with Def Jam to buy the rights of all Ja's music, so he owns his career, technically. So every single time someone clicks, plays, or listens to Ja Rule's music, 50 gets paid.
That's so funny.
That is the single most petty thing I've ever heard. He is the king of. He is truly the king of petty.
He took
an
it to the
asshole, for
max.
real.
He is the
took it
petty
to the
king, dog. Like, I'm gonna move on, but I just wanted to say
You
before
need to
we.
go back to vitamin water.
Yo, Ja is gonna fuck around and like off himself. Like that's like I'm starting to at this point like feel like I need to call Ja and like pick him up a little bit.
John need to get.
You know he ain't doing shit. He'll probably answer the phone.
John need to get with.
Yo, you are a dick. Ja, let's for 1 second let's not act like, and M even admitted this on the diss that
Ja
he
might.
made towards Ja. Ja not only destroyed the billboards for a long time, but his pop bangers are still relevant. to
What
this
would
day.
I do without my baby?
Yo, you go in the club. I'm telling you right now, you can't sit in a club for 2 hours and not hear one. Like
Right.
for real. Like
Right.
he's got bangers. He does have
got
bangers.
bangers.
I'm not about to shy
It's
away from
fucked
that
up
and,
that
and
Fifth
act
is
like he doesn't.
It's fucked up that Fifth is doing that though.
It is.
It's
It
not
is.
even cool. Like that. Like
It's
let it
kind
die.
of not. It's funny. It's funny when you first think about it. Like damn. But then like when you really think deeper into it,
It's
it's like
fucked up.
that's fucked up.
You stopping that nigga from feeding his family. For
Yeah,
real.
like that's you know what I mean.
that's beat.
He's gonna try to own his career.
Shout
He
out
must
to
have really
Fifth.
pissed him off.
Shout out to Fifth. But
Fifth doesn't let up. That's one man
He
you can't
doesn't.
fuck with.
You
You
can't-
can't fuck with him.
he
'Cause
was
he's
raised
just-
like that.
For life. He will.
Yeah,
You know what I
he'll
mean? Like
destroy you.
that's not okay.
All right, so what's the wave?
Wait. But we can't move on yet.
Why?
We can't move on yet.
Why?
There's so many more. There's so many. We can't move
Like,
on.
we're
We
stuck
can't.
in the mid-
You're about to
2000s.
literally just
Wait.
kick all these people to the side. Like
We're
fuck the
still-
rest of you.
we're still in the
Is Kid Cudi a
mid-2000s
goat?
right now.
Is Kid Cudi a goat? Unpopular
Yes.
opinion. Is
I
Kid
don't-
Cudi a goat?
I don't want to have this
If he's a
conversation.
goat, Lupe Fiasco.
Yes. Wait.
I'm out of this
Pull
conversation.
up Lupe's albums real quick.
I'm out of this
Thank
conversation.
you.
Let me use your phone because I lost internet.
My Wi-Fi all fucked up.
Stop playing with me. You
Look.
should do it.
Look.
Because now we're going to a whole new genre right now.
Look. Is Kid Cudi a goat? Ready?
Spoken.
Man on the Moon 1.
Fuck
Classic. Man on the Moon 2. Classic.
Fuck him.
Fuck you. Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying. No.
His music is garbage.
Indica. Classic. Speed and Bullet to Heaven. No. A Kid Named Cudi, classic.
Classic.
Kids See Ghost with the one that just dropped.
That's a classic.
That's a classic. That's everywhere.
It is. Was he supposed to drop Man on the Moon 3?
I think he's working on it.
Did he?
Yeah,
That's
he's a
exciting.
goat.
That's exciting as fuck. Wait, so
Yeah,
he
he's
just
most
made it.
definitely a goat.
Cudi's a goat.
Mhm.
Cudi's a fucking goat.
Cudi is a goat.
Yeah, when you Google things, they give you the
And the thing I like about Cudi is he's so different. He's so like different. And I'm not gonna get because this topic's not about talking about the music or the people.
I fucking hate his.
But he is a goat. He classifies as a goat.
that everyone can relate to.
I fucking hate his.
Yes.
music so much.
Yes.
Everyone can relate to.
And that's why that's all I wanted to say. His focal point is he's not just trying to get the bag. Like, he literally has a purpose in life. He's trying to change the world. He's got a big message, and I love that.
Listen to Logic over that nigga, for real.
You know,
And-
I never listened to
I never thought I'd
anything
hear
by
him say
Logic.
that, but I respect that you said that
You want to
because
know how I found out about Logic? Rick and Morty. Never
That's
heard of
fucking
Logic.
hilarious.
the cartoon, because
I've
they
never
put him
heard
in
of-
it, right? They put him in
he
it.
had a little thing, and I'm like, who the fuck is
Hold up.
Logic? Then I seen him in a tobacco commercial, but I've never heard his music.
He's got a whole.
You've
song
never
about-
listened to his music?
Never heard of
He's got a
Logic
whole song
before
about
Rick and Morty.
nicotine.
Look,
Please don't play Logic right now.
play Logic. You don't play yourself.
Now I'm not saying he ain't good. I just ain't hear him. He ain't
Now,
crossed-
look.
he ain't crossed my path yet.
Listen to him at your own risk.
Shut the fuckity fuck up.
I don't
Um,
like Logic's music a lot.
Under Pressure, classic.
What are we talking about?
Classic.
Logic?
Yeah,
Uh,
Under Pressure, classic.
he signed to
Incredible
Def Jam,
True
that's
Story.
fucking hard.
Classic.
Bobby Tarantino.
And don't even go as far as talking about album sales with me because the man sells.
He
He's got
goes.
a
I know he does.
strong fan base.
I know he goes.
This man built a strong fan base before he got on with Def Jam. All right?
I'm aware.
Under Pressure, classic. Incredible True Story, classic. Everybody was a classic, and it's an unpopular opinion because they say it was too much about the biracial shit, but he needed to. It was the album he did for himself. You know what I mean? So he put that out,
And he still went.
and it sold, and
He went, bitch.
you know what I mean? That's my least favorite album he put out, but I fuck with a lot of songs on it, and I appreciate that he put that message out. Bobby Tarantino, they're technically mixtapes, but they're albums. They're on. Are we
Are they
considering
on
them?
Billboard?
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yes.
All right.
Bobby Tarantino, 1. Bobby Tarantino, 2. Young Sinatra, 4. He just put that out.
Go.
And we're not even counting mixtapes. Logic's a goat.
Go. Yeah.
He's a goat. He's trying.
No, Logic's a goat.
He really is. Like he's got a lot of projects. So shout out to
We
Logic for
already
being a goat.
know J. Cole and Kendrick.
Obviously,
are goats.
Drake's a goat. We're not even going to get into that.
Kendrick's a goat. I don't know about J. Cole.
He's a goat.
J. Cole is a goat based off album sales. I don't
Check this shit out.
I don't fuck with it.
We're about to go to.
There's too many goats to talk.
Pull up Kendrick real quick. I'm pretty sure I can off the top of my head.
I don't got it. I don't got Wi-Fi.
I got 4G.
Section 80 is technically.
Is that an album?
It really is.
Yeah.
It's an independent album, right?
Did
I
it
mean,
do-
people said it's a mixtape. It's an independent album.
Did it go hard? Did it do numbers?
I mean, it's his first.
Anything that gets put on a billboard, makes
Yeah.
or not count.
So look,
Alright.
so Section 80 is
We're talking Kendrick.
we can't. I mean, Kendrick Lamar EP, was that a classic? That's in our opinion, but I don't think it was a classic
It's
to
a
the
cultural classic.
people. It is a cultural classic. Like, we all love it.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Do we consider
No.
How many albums has he got?
because it didn't move numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. So Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City.
Mm-hmm. To Pimp a Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly, easy classic.
Damn.
Hold on. What's after To Pimp a Butterfly?
Damn.
No,
That fucking Untitled album.
that is not a classic.
No.
That is not a classic.
Damn.
I loved it and enjoyed it. It was deeply rooted, like the roots of hip hop, the sound and everything, but it's not a classic.
Overly Dedicated.
OD.
I think so.
Did it move numbers?
I don't think so.
It was the one before Section 80. I don't know.
I think it was after.
No,
it
I
was
think
before.
Yeah, Section 80 was the last one.
Hold on.
It was.
Yeah.
It was like right around the time like Dre was like figuring out who the fuck
I think
he
that's
was.
the album that damn near signed him to Aftermath.
It was either that or Section 80, yeah. So, but did it do numbers? Can you look that
I'm
up?
trying to
Because
right now.
that really is that is
is
what's going to
amazing.
either put him as a GOAT or not. Because Damn is his fourth, and he doesn't. I mean, can we see?
He won a Pulitzer
Can
Prize.
we consider
bitch.
he won a Pulitzer fucking prize?
No rapper has done that.
No rapper.
No rapper. Not J, not M,
Not
no
anybody.
rapper.
Not anybody.
All right.
Eminem and Kendrick are really out here winning awards that shouldn't be won by rappers.
Yeah.
like that
Got
shit's
the money, but these niggas.
that's rare and
These niggas
crazy,
getting plaques,
right? And
legacies.
are we considering the Black Panther soundtrack?
Yes.
No.
Because he technically
Did he do the
was
whole thing?
involved. He was involved in the whole thing. He was like
He has a song on
That whole
it.
soundtrack-
Every song is his?
not every song is his,
He did,
but
Featured, but they're on. They were.
we considered other people's collaborative. You know what I mean?
You did the Get Richard Die.
Yeah, he wasn't on
soundtrack.
every.
So you got to consider that soundtrack too,
Give me a minute.
and it was on the radio.
I think it's a classic too,
It was on. The
and
radio.
it killed the billboards. So that's 5 right there,
That shit broke the box.
without OD.
Yeah, Kendrick's a goat.
Kendrick either damn near just made it or he's got one more classic album to put out. The thing about Kendrick is, I'll say, there's no reason he's not going to be. Even if we don't count the Black Panther soundtrack and we don't count OD, the next album he puts out, he's going to be a GOAT because he just keeps on getting better.
Cole.
You know what I mean? So
Cole's a goat.
Kendrick's never put out an album that's not a classic.
No,
He's only
I
put
don't-
out classics.
I don't have. There's not one disappointing.
Not
album.
one. Not one.
Have more albums than Kendrick, don't he?
I think so.
No.
Wasn't he out longer?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, for maybe a year and a half span.
They're damn near the same time.
They're neck and neck.
They are neck and neck.
Him, Drake, and
They've been neck and neck
him-
their whole career, and I
him,
think
Drake and Kendrick. And
they are their standard because Cole, Drake, and Kendrick all look at each other like, okay, I have to.
Up the other.
They have 5 albums now. I got to get my fit. You know what I mean? Like they're
It's very much friendly competition with those three.
it's friendly competition. They all love each other. Like they're just
No, I think to a certain
just
degree,
3 egos.
I feel like to a certain degree, Cole and Kendrick be looking at Drake like he's kind of a fuck nigga.
Hey, but he got
This-
his own. He got his own label now.
This
though.
Canadian ass nigga,
To a certain
he kind of a fuck nigga.
All right, is
J. Cole's got all right.
and I don't even like.
Born Center, Forest Hills.
Hold on.
Drive.
Hold on. What about the So Friday Night Lights, was that a mixtape?
No, I mean yeah.
Come Up, Warm Up.
Mixtape.
Okay. Cold World, Sideline Story.
Classic.
Classic.
Okay,
Is that a classic in your opinion?
I don't like that album.
I don't like J. Cole, but
Really?
I don't
That's
really
wild.
like. Yeah,
he's just not my. He's not my type.
Born Sinner.
yeah. That was a great album.
You like that album, I know. Forest Hills Drive,
Great album.
classic. For Your Eyes Only was a classic. I don't care what you said.
I don't like that album, but yeah.
I don't care what you said about it.
Yeah,
KOD is
Yeah.
a motherfucking classic.
goat.
Yo.
I hate that album.
Yo. No. Listen. He's a goat.
I know.
No
Yeah,
matter which
he
way we
is.
slice
I'll
it.
never take that from him.
He's a goat.
I fucking hate that album.
Are there any more people that
I feel
deserve
like
a
we-
mention? Look, we don't have to sit and break down every last person, but
We're going generation at this point.
The Migos are gonna be goats
The
soon.
Migos are going.
To be honest, they have shifted the fuck out of culture. So tons of albums.
how does the emoji go?
Face funk.
With the
Gucci Mane
the
is
fucking
damn near a goat.
the hand on the face?
Wait.
Gucci
Nah,
Mane is damn
I
near a
look.
goat.
I have a lot of respect for Migos because
Gucci Mane, yeah.
Gucci
No,
Mane.
Gucci
how they
Mane,
shifted the culture.
Nigga. All right, so
And
can we?
they
can we-
originated something.
Can we move on to the next topic now?
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause we can go 3 hours.
we could talk about this the rest of the. All right, so for
What's the gave?
The wave.
yo. All right, so for the the wave today. What's the wave? We're gonna talk about the gay agenda. The gave. The gave. There's really a gave out here.
There's.
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean
I
like
mean,
There's
There's a
totally
wave
a
to follow the
gave,
gay
Uzi.
agenda. Like,
All right,
Yeah,
so
go ahead.
this is my opinion. Can I lead this?
what's your
please?
opinion on the gave?
Okay, so the gay agenda is more than just niggas wearing skirts or having man bags or something like that.
I want to segue someone in the
Because that
conversation.
shit has never been gay, to be honest.
Can I invite someone in the conversation
Who?
with us? I want to let everybody know what we're about to hear. It may be some unpopular opinions. You may not appreciate everything this man says, but I want to welcome in the room. Everybody give a round of applause for Dix.
Dicks.
Oh, it's I'm about to go ham, yeah, feel me? All right, but I feel like there's more to the gay agenda than just niggas saying, "Oh, he wearing a skirt or he wearing an extended shirt."
It's way beyond that.
That shit is high fashion. That's not gay. None of that shit is gay. But I feel
There's
like
articles that trace all the way back to the 90s that this shit started back then.
I
You
feel
know
like-
that, right?
I feel like it's more.
Industry's gay.
Yeah,
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
niggas
There's
be
an
gay.
article you can read, like literally, like it'll take you damn near half a day to read the whole thing about all these artists and all the things they've been doing behind the scenes and
Young Thug.
shit that I don't want to talk about. But like,
What
yeah,
do you say about Birdman? He sucked a dick for a deal.
That nigga Young Thug really.
I don't want to
I
personally.
kiss my
I'm. You could do whatever you want. I don't want to be distasteful, and I don't want to bring up any particular people and talk about how they are pushing it. But I'll just say in general, like it's a fucking
Listen.
They're only
problem.
doing it because back then, in the early '90s, late '80s, it wasn't tolerated. So here we are, like what, 2 decades later. It's now.
You think that, so? You think they're
norm.
trying to do it more to take the value out of it,
No,
to
they're
take
trying
the.
to do it more to make it accepted.
I don't think
about
that.
it. Every TV show you see now has something of the same-sex nature to it now.
I mean,
Gotham.
yeah.
When it's
Yeah, they're
bad,
trying to familiarize us
Listen,
with it
listen,
in our
listen.
make it
cultures,
Listen.
right?
acceptable.
So we accept it. So we don't. So when we see it, we're not like, whoa, like why is that?
And that's
going
all
on?
fine and
You know what I
dandy,
mean?
but to a certain degree, you have impressionable young men and impressionable people out here who could take that kind of shit and let it subliminally get into their mind, and
Frank
then
Ocean.
you feel me? Not even Frank Ocean, because
He
like
was
Frank
openly gay from the
Frank
rip.
Ocean's been openly gay. But what I'm trying to say is that on when it comes to entertainment beyond hip hop, there has always been a gay agenda against black entertainment artists. Why do you think people like Martin
Oh,
Lawrence
it's not just that.
wear
Dave
dresses?
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle never
said-
wore no fucking
but
dress.
He put it out there. He said
Dave Chappelle's the
they
furthest
tried
thing
to
from it.
demean us to the point where we would do anything for a check. And
Exactly.
He was like, "You're not going to get me." That's why it took him like a couple years to get his show back because they didn't want.
Didn't
to put
he
him
like?
on TV.
Didn't he turn down millions of dollars or
50
something?
mil.
Yeah.
The gay
Where
agenda
it's at.
is just a branch of what
The SEC
certain people try to do to black artists to make them stretch more for $1 to see what they can do to degrade
It's
them.
not black artists.
It's
It's
So
Eminem, too.
It
hold
is
on. No,
Eminem
I was
too,
I was.
yeah.
That's funny because I was
Most-
just gonna
most
say that.
definitely.
It's so
early M.
we
Yeah,
can't escape
facts.
this. We can't escape like bringing him up in this because you know what popped in my mind. The Without Me video, and he's got the he's
Mrs.
got the, like,
Doubtfire even.
he
You feel me?
he makes
Yeah.
makes gay jokes towards Dre in it,
Exactly.
right? Like he basically has the butt where he's standing there like
me and Dre
Is
in
it-
closets, like,
is
Yeah.
that him? Is that him by choice? Is that him because he's affected by what's going on in the industry?
That was his
or-
way of putting
or-
it out.
Or did someone tell him to do that?
No. That was the thing. Eminem put that in his music. The FCC can't make me say what.
Yeah, I feel like M just said
That
shit
was
like
his
that so
way.
he could
It
make.
was like a fuck you.
But
thing.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
suck
it
my
was a
asshole.
Fuck you, but mind you, his early career was an easier fuck you because he was high.
And you know, white boys always be on some
Dre was
weird
like-
ass gay
Dre
shit
was-
with their friends.
Shut
you
the
feel me?
fuck
Like,
up.
Dre was like, "I'm with it. Let's push it.
fuck it. Yeah.
I'm with it.
Let's push it. Like I don't care. I'll say what I gotta say. I'll play my part. Because
Yeah.
it was a message. I think if we want to talk about the woke,
Yo,
aspect
he's
of it,
literally been saying gay shit to Dre in so many songs for
And
years.
Dre's like,
Have
Dre
you
said,
peeped that?
"Suck it, Marshall."
"Suck it, Marshall."
But I feel like there's a propagandic part of it that is kind of negative
funny.
and kind of brainwashing, and then I feel like there are people who do try to push, not really push it, but like make people understand that being gay, no matter what, if there is a gay agenda or not, is okay. But don't push it on to me. The gay agenda is meant to push it on to artists and meant to degrade them and meant to bash them and meant to make them feel lesser than what they are. No matter if it's a white artist or a black artist. It started off, from what I noticed, and doing my research that it was just like mostly a black cultural thing when it came to a lot of prolific black actors. It leaked out.
And you're saying, all right, let's get down to the root of it. You're saying it really just comes from it comes from seeing how far people will take it for money.
Yeah, and trying to brainwash youth and shit like that.
Trying to expose you to something.
Started with the black community
Because we don't fuck with gay people, bro.
No. Think about it. They used us as a pillar for the gay agenda for the simple fact everybody wants to be black and they don't want to admit it.
Facts, that's true.
So, if, for example, today, if you fuck with Lil Uzi Vert, you gotta fuck with the fact that he got a bigger shoe game in his closet than your girl do, and his purses is the shit. You see
I
what I'm
love
saying?
buying shoes.
But I'm not saying I'm saying he don't got like sneaker game. He's got high heels and purses. But I'm saying
I don't think he got high heels and purses. I don't think he got high heels and purses.
Hoozle.
I've
I'm
never
just saying, if you
seen
see
Lil
somebody
Uzi
you
wear
fuck
high
with,
heels.
right? Like if you like Lil Uzi Vert, you
I
follow
still
him.
I know
Jaden
that.
Smith wore a dress before I fucked with him.
Look,
He don't now.
this is how woke
He
I
did it
am.
for Louis Vuitton.
This is how woke I am.
He did it for 10 mil though.
Exactly.
That's the part
fucking
about
point.
it.
That's the
Yeah.
point. That's
But
what I'm
to
trying to
the
say.
But Jaden Smith is super woke. You feel me? He's not.
But
You
to the
know,
rest of
think-
the world,
I
we
think-
don't see or people,
If you
who
give me,
aren't woke
if you
to it,
look, everybody's
kids.
got a price.
Look at
Right.
kids. Kids don't see money. They just like, oh shit, that's the guy that did da da
That's-
da da da. Oh,
I wanna wear a
da, da, da.
dress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So
You know what I'm
Eric
saying?
just made a good point because it's like really what it comes down to is that's the problem I have with it.
Yeah.
Because it's like we're woke enough to understand what the fuck's really going on behind the scenes here, but the kids see it and they're like, "Yo, I want to do that."
But at the same time, you have to
They
understand.
don't
bro,
know the whys behind it. They
Even
just see it.
even in ancient times, men wore kilts and dresses and shit like that for
Yeah,
like
but-
ritualistic superiority and
their
shit like that.
culture.
That's their culture, and you have to go there.
Even
to
if
see
you
it.
wear-
It's not
bro,
here.
even
you
if
don't
I-
see people walking down the street
I got
in
a homie that
Philly
got
or in
killed.
Germantown wearing kilts.
But
homie that
but
wear
but
clothes. You don't
but
get
if they
He's Puerto Rican.
if they were but listen if they were, would you
trying to
call
fuck
them a
me up?
faggot? If they were, would you call them a faggot? If a straight man
do.
came up to you wearing a crop top, which Will Smith has done back in the 90s, and
Fucking around.
Basketball players
Fucking
wear
around.
he wore that shit.
Fucking around.
Football
Jo-
players, you see
Jordan,
them,
yeah.
have their shirts cut up
Exactly.
all the way here, and you be like, nigga, who are you?
It was
shooting
for
at?
entertainment on the Fresh Prince to
Yeah,
That was a
that.
popularized
it was his
thing,
character,
though.
bro.
No, Nick,
He was
think
funny.
about
He was
today.
like
That
flamboyant,
That was a popular
funny.
that was a
Think about
popularized
today.
fashion move
It
back in the
was.
90s.
How many
It
times
was.
do you watch a football game and a nigga pop up? What's the nigga Odell Beckham? How many times has he danced and you see him in his shirt all the way up to
Because he's a sex symbol for women.
and niggas too. Shit.
Yeah. You can't really
Look,
deny
all
it.
I'm saying
There's
is,
no
all I'm
border
saying
now.
is, what I'm gonna say right now is everybody's got a price, and if you name that price,
Well, remember our day.
we'll do anything for the bag. And you can sit here and tell me you won't, but you will.
Remember
Everybody in
when
this
we were
room will,
school and niggas-
I'm
including
not
myself.
sucking no
Look,
dick for
wait,
no bag.
I'm not sucking no
Here was
dick.
Look, I'm about to give
But-
Nick a flashback. Remember when we were in school? What was the $1 million question? Would you suck Bill Gates' dick for $1 billion?
I would never. No.
Fuck yeah, I'm taking a bill.
Everybody's got to. You see what I'm
If
saying?
that's how you
10
swinging.
minutes for a bill. I don't care.
Yo.
Kids
That's-
gotta eat. My legacy's gotta live.
Hey, bro. If
That,
that's how
look,
you swinging,
everybody's
that's
got
how
a
you
price.
swinging.
Like some people value it different.
But
Some
think
people
about it.
see
All
what
right,
the
let's
what
go
the
back-
dollar bill
let's go
does.
back 600
Some
let's go-
people are willing to
let's
get
go back
down with the dick.
600 years slavery. Would you let your wife get raped so y'all
Whoa.
can stay alive?
No, nigga.
So you-
I die. You not deflowering my wife.
She gonna get raped regardless.
It don't fucking matter.
But she need to stay alive for the kids. So you gonna die.
That's a
and
different
your kids be
situation.
stranded
See what
with
I'm
no
saying?
parents.
That's a different
You can
situation.
No,
swing
that's
it,
what I'm
and
saying.
you can make
That
it.
was the reality.
They're going to make you do it one way or another somehow
It's gonna
because they're
happen
going to
whether
give
you
you.
cool with it or you're not. Is the question is, what are you gonna do? Like,
Fact of the matter is, through this life, anybody can throw a scenario at you that you will do for the money if the money's right.
due to the circumstances. Now this
Yeah.
is some off the wall. It didn't.
It really it's. And that's evil, and that's why money is
Bro.
the root of all evil. Because at the end of the day,
I'm a child
we're
of God.
willing to do crazy shit
I'm not.
Okay.
against our will.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm a child of
Wait,
God.
I'm glad you said that. Now let's go back a couple centuries. Would you slaughter somebody who said they didn't believe your beliefs when it came to Christianity? We all learned about the Crusade period.
That's not. I'm
You can't not consider.
I'm
it.
not a Christian, so that Crusader shit doesn't really register in my head as a righteous thing.
All Crusaders
That was
are Christian.
that was-
You got
that was-
Islamic Crusaders.
that was murderous what they did. That was murderous what they did
Jesus was murdered,
by Jewish people.
and he loves them still.
That's him. I'm not Jesus.
I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying it don't matter. Like, people do dumb shit for whatever they may believe to be the
my
right
soul matters more than any amount of money. I'm a child of God. Fuck all that religious storytelling bullshit. I know what God is. I know who God is. I don't claim no denomination, so I don't have to care about none of that.
I'm the same way, but even God gonna tell you he ain't gonna pay your bills.
And that's what I
He
go
ain't
to
gonna
work
feed
for.
your kids.
That's what I go to work for. That's what I do certain things for. But at the end of the day, when it comes to this music shit, when it comes to success, and when it comes to me being rich, nobody gonna put this much money in front of my face and be like, yo,
Even if it means you don't have to lift a finger or your kids for the rest of their lives.
I'd rather work my ass off for the rest of my life than sell my soul for somebody. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Look
but
at
you
Beyonce
say that
and
now,
Jay-Z.
but someone's gonna
Jay-Z is a goat because
someone's gonna come along and throw a scenario at you that you will do.
But
I can
think
assure
about
you. You're not about to sit here and tell me no, because I'll throw 15 of them at you right now, and you'll
Bro.
be like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
My soul matter more than anything.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Give me a scenario right now. Give me a scenario right now. Give me a scenario right now. Right now.
That'll do.
My soul.
Damn right we can.
He's into his music. He's into his craft. The point is, would you?
I gotta find something that you value the most, and basically just threaten to take that away.
So give me a
Or
scenario.
else you'll do what I want you to do.
So give me a scenario.
You know it better.
I could make you do something very uncomfortable if I threaten something that you love.
Okay, so give me a scenario. Put a scenario together. And I guarantee you I will not sell my soul for it.
All right.
I promise you I could come up with a scenario.
I don't hear nothing.
I don't know you that well, so he do. I just know you love three things: your love life, your music, and yourself. I'm trying to think of a scenario where you can lose all three and what you would do to gain.
Bro, I'm not afraid to die, so there's nothing really that you can do to me.
It's not about you, though.
Would you?
That's
So
the
if
scenario, it's not about you. It's about
let me ask him something. Would you? And this is kind of it's on the same. It's in the same realm of the topic we're talking. It's not really gay agenda, but would you if a industry exec hit you up and said, I want to fly you out to LA and have a meeting with you right now, and we are going to give you the best deal ever. You're going to get 100% of everything, and we're just going to take like a consulting fee for jump-starting your career.
100%.
So they're going to popularize you. No, you're going to get 100% of your music. You have 100% of your music rights, but they're going to give you, they're going to get a consulting fee from you because they're going to basically build you a fan base and basically build you up to what you need, to put you on a different, level up, put you on a different platform. And they're also going to give you an advance that you don't have to pay back. It's $10 million, but the guy wants to fuck your girl. What are you doing?
And if you say no,
that's my girl's decision. You hear what he said?
Well, why is that?
Do you feel me? You see what I'm saying?
It's
my
not
girl's
her
decision.
So she said,
and you shouldn't say that. But it's unfortunate because it's like that's the way we think. Like, okay, if she wants to do it, you know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying?
You gotta direct something towards directly.
Bitch, you see what I just did there?
You gotta do something.
Do you hear what you said
though?
Can repeat what he just said.
He said it's my girl's decision. You didn't decide shit. You just left it up to her. Like, I have no part in this.
That's my girl's
But
decision.
listen,
Yo!
if you said no, you can't make music ever. You can't You can't write it to send to somebody. You're not.
If you say no, they're gonna destroy your career.
Blackball from every media outlet
destroy my career
before it even starts.
And they're gonna fuck her anyway, probably.
Well,
But
like I said, that's
because they're gonna offer her the money instead, and she's gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'll
Hey,
do
you want
it."
$10 million?
And that's why I said it's my girl's decision. Because at the end of the day, a nigga with money got more power than I do.
No,
Feel me?
not
So,
necessarily.
If my
A nigga
girl,
with money can't make the president.
Even if I say no, my girl gotta love me as much as I love her. So
at the end of the day, the mind
You
that
gotta
we possess
threaten
is the most powerful thing, our mind. But at the end of the day,
you gotta threaten my
you
son.
you
bitch.
you
Like,
hold that is potential power, but you hold the power when you have money. I mean, that's you can make shit
Well,
happen.
that's
You know what I mean?
society's thing.
Yeah,
bro,
it's,
you gotta
it's
threaten my
unfortunate.
son or some shit like that. Maybe. I love God more than I love my son. So at the end of the day, there's nothing really.
I'm taking away his diapers for 2 months. He's gonna walk around and shit himself everywhere. How you feel about that?
It's not him.
You're not. You're banned from buying diapers anywhere.
Just go steal diapers.
You're banned. You can't. You can't.
I'll have somebody else steal them shits.
Nah, ain't gonna work.
Fuck.
We're on your ass. Like we're. You see what I just said? Though we're on your ass. That's the gay
Yeah.
agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel me? Like,
what you say.
it's just like they really like they're in there. They're in our. They seeped into our minds. Like, no matter how
It's
much
okay to say that now.
of
We're
a
on your
block we
ass.
put up. God bless.
Thank you.
Okay, what's the next topic? The gay wave.
Yeah, I'm not really.
So there's no doubt that there is a
Yeah,
gay
yeah,
agenda. out
Yeah, I
there.
don't really give a fuck about the gay agenda.
I don't really want to
They
dive
got
deeper
rights
into it.
now.
There's
shit.
not much you can do to make me.
won.
Just
They
you.
still-
There's no amount of money in
And
this
no
world.
disrespect. Look, no disrespect to anybody that is gay. We're not saying that
Shout
there's
out-
anything
yeah,
wrong
word.
with being gay.
Shout out to being
They're
gay.
kindest
But
people I know.
exactly, they're cool as shit. Like I know a lot of them, but the thing is, we're talking about the gay agenda and
How it
I just wanted
shuts
to
down
reiterate
society.
that how it basically like tries to control our society with money.
Shit, you see what they're trying
You know
to do
what
with pedophilia. They're trying to make it legal.
For
Fuck all that.
our
Exactly.
wait, what are they trying to
They're
do?
trying to make pedophilia legal. There's a Republican governor.
Legal.
Yeah.
What
They're
the
trying
fuck?
to say that it's not like a sick, twisted thing, that it's a
It
normal
is.
thing.
It's not normal.
No, if you read up on the history on pedophilia in many cultures, you're born married half the time, where when you hit 12, you got to marry this 40-year-old guy.
That is
So
no.
in America,
We
are like,
No, because we're smart and we made it that way.
we made it to
we're
like,
actually
kids
not
are off limits.
I take it back. We're actually not smart because if you look at a list of countries, we're
behind
education wise, but
that's what they do.
that's not important right now.
I'm like, leave my kid off limits because they're kids.
we made it that way because females are not developed at 12 years old,
Not just females, boys too.
mentally, emotionally, physically, enough to be with a grown man.
Yeah.
For the and that would also and that mental health wise, if we're up here on our shows about mental health, you know what I mean, so that could really fuck someone up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? A
Many
12-year-old
cultures
girl
do that, too.
marrying a grown man, think about what she has to go through, you know what I
For the
mean,
rest of her life.
for the rest of her
Facts.
life. That's not okay. I do not stand by that, and I will vote against that. Fuck
Matter
that.
of fact, they still got the
That's
sex
disgusting.
traffic shit now
That's disgusting.
down in Barbados. You gotta be careful going down there with
That's-
your kids.
Oh,
That's
fuck all that.
ridiculous.
All right, so
It's a Republican
spitballing.
that did it, too.
Best
All right.
best album cover for
Wow.
every genre.
Best album cover.
That's
Yo.
that's how we're coming.
Yeah, look up these album covers. Nicholas, Nikolai, Shoemaker. That's what his name mean in German.
No.
No, didn't we have? Who was the other guy we were in elementary school? Rudemaker.
This nigga.
Yo, see, but that goes back to the gateway because they had teachers teaching us, and they were.
I just want everybody to know that Nick came to the radio station with a baseball jersey and no shirt on under it. That is so.
It's 7 degrees in his head.
Play ball.
I could play ball with
Ball
your fucking
hard.
ears. Your ears look like baseball bats.
I'm glad you're hiding yours right now.
My ears are dumb large.
Yeah.
Like my ears are ugly as fuck. For real.
Dumbo type. Fucking,
Where my ears is fucked
I'll
up.
fly away right now type of shit.
Fly away to. Never mind. You don't even want me to do it. Stop the shot.
Okay.
All right. So does anybody have a
Spitball topic.
hip hop album cover?
Watch the Throne was a fire ass album cover. I love that fucking album cover.
See, I don't buy enough albums. I don't buy albums. I'm a downloader.
One of my favorite album covers is like
Do you think Good Kid, Mad City was dope?
no, it's a stupid ass album cover.
No, it's got the van and shit.
Pull up one.
It was cool for like the theme, but like it wasn't super artistic.
Logic's Everybody album cover. That shit
Let me
was
see it.
fucking hot.
Pull that shit up.
And what's funny about it is, what's his name said he stole it from him. The hell's his name?
Slipknot has dope ass album covers. I love all of their album covers. Shout out to the Knot. They just came out with a new song. This shit is called All Out
That
Life.
shit's dope, bro.
What is that?
Really dope.
That's for Logic shit.
That's Logic's album.
That shit fire.
That's fire.
That shit fire.
Like he put a lot. Like someone.
That's like
He saw. I think he saw like a
Where?
painting, and he was like in a museum. He saw a painting, and he's like, "I want my album to be like me here," and like all that. Like Cole's on the album cover too.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's sitting in the top right, like on the building in the back. Cole's just sitting down.
I believe it. That's his tough.
That's super cool.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that like a Michelangelo painting?
Yeah, it's like some kind of like.
Fucking. What else?
I don't know what Kanye's album joints are now, but I did like the graduation joints. with
Kanye, yeah. Kanye had amazing album covers.
Wayne has some album covers too.
Wayne's album covers are so
no,
boring.
his mixtape covers were better than his album.
Nah, them shits was boring too. I didn't fuck with
John
them
Wayne had the
shits.
wings with the red teardrop.
Nah, that shit was ass.
How do we feel about Vic Mensa's autobiography?
That was a dope ass album cover. Law Dispute has really good album covers. I really like Law
I
Dispute.
really like that.
Yeah, me
A
too.
lot. There's
His-
a lot going on there. I like busy album covers.
Facts.
Like I like when there's a lot going on and like
Chance had
it's
great
very
album
detailed.
covers.
Like you gotta like look at a bunch of different shit.
Chance has awesome album covers. The Take Care album cover was awesome.
I think his actual.
I'm just trying to think off the top without looking at
You can
them.
think of different bands
No,
too,
like
bro.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like it, they had an album cover where it was a pool of just like it was like fire. The pool was fire.
That's cool.
It's dope.
That's
Real
really
dope.
Was that the Californication album?
Yeah. Yep.
cool.
Yep.
When they had the video game music video with the donuts and shit.
Yep.
That was awesome.
The Weeknd has
This
an
is kind of
amazing.
trippy. The Vince Staples Big Fish Theory. It's
Yeah,
simple.
I love
it's
that
actually
album
more
cover.
simple.
You know he just
but
came
I just
out-
think that's real dope.
You know he just came out with a new album.
It's abstract.
You heard? He just came out with a new album.
Did he?
Yeah, it's called FM. It's really good.
Yo, Meek's wins and losses was really dope.
Tyler the Creator always has fire album covers. ASAP Rocky's second album cover
Wins
was
and losses
fire.
was really dope.
Yeah, this is fire. This is dope. Fucking Tory Lane's new album is cool. Let Me Now. That shit is fire. X's second album had a really dope ass. X's first and second album both
I think that's
had really
I hate
awesome
boring
album
album
covers.
covers.
Yeah, me too.
I hate that. Can we just talk about that for a second? Like sometimes you see an album cover with just like one little.
To Pimp a Butterfly had an amazing album cover. Just wanted to say that. It was great.
Chance had Chance the Rapper.
Acid Rap was a dope ass album cover. Yeah.
Control by SZA.
Yes. I have that
It's
album
like
on my
her, yo,
fucking
it's so
playlist on
vintage. She's
Spotify.
like, she's sitting outside with all the old like computers.
That shit is fire.
That's
Lana,
fucking dope. So
Lana
dope.
Del Rey has great album covers, but I hate her music.
What?
Yeah.
What was that song?
It's something as simple as
Did
taking
you know
like
Pepsi song?
Flower Boy was a dope album
Flower
cover.
Boy is fire. ASAP Rocky's second album cover was fire. Billie Eilish has dope ass art. I love Billie Eilish. She's a beast. That bitch be swallowing tarantulas.
Some people don't put their all into the album covers.
Kanye's fucking newest album is fire. Daytona, Pusha T's new album, dope ass album cover. Even Darkest Before Dawn was a dope ass album cover.
Eminem's album covers were always good back in the day. It always like told a story.
They really were.
See?
Yo, I'll say, what would you say the best one is? Off the top, I'm gonna say probably like Slim Shady LP. It's him like on the bridge with the trunk open.
Yeah, that would
That's
be
so
the-
fire. And
that
this,
would be he just
are you?
stopped, yeah.
do you want to like
You want a banana?
shut the fuck up for the people listening? So
He wasn't.
maybe they can like hear themselves. Maybe like the people listening can hear themselves think like of what we're saying.
Some Slim Shady is something the real Shady. Other Slim Shadys is just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady?
You know what's sad? I haven't. When I was younger, I didn't even really hear about Lil Wayne until 2007, and I literally listened to him for a whole year. Everything he ever made.
I've known
Followed him ever since.
I've known
My
Lil
first
Wayne
rapper
for a long
was
time.
I'm not gonna lie. And
My
then it
first
was
rapper.
Ludacris.
My first rapper, I think, was
Because
50
of shock
Cent.
value, you couldn't get away from him. Like he was just everywhere. You know what I mean?
Who was it?
It was
what
everywhere,
was it?
bro.
No, it was some kid on my block. He introduced Eminem to me, and then Ludacris was popping around there at that time. Southern Hospitality and Chicken.
It was
and
probably
Beer.
me.
Ludacris is
We used to
dope.
listen to M on the fucking blacktop.
Matter of fact, it was the first
You know what
time
I mean?
I've heard him. I
Like-
came in with the CD player, like, yo, did you? Hear
You went
the Eminem
to-
show?
You went to TJ too, right? Yeah, it was we
went
on the
to
blacktop.
TJ.
We used to listen to it.
Before and after.
That's crazy. And what was the Asian kid?
Who, Andrew? Asian kid.
Nah, not McIntyre. What's the
Asian kid.
I just remember
The only Asian I knew back then was Lil
cool
Wayne.
as shit. We used to listen to like D12 and shit like back in
Gay.
Bizarre.
Gay Agenda. You see that? You see what the fuck I'm saying, bro?
Everything's
They're really in there, bro. Like
D12
they're
was
really
the
in your
shit.
brain.
Welcome to
Like a
D12
fucking
world.
parasite. The gay agenda is a parasite.
I'd say we're funny as hell.
I'm convinced.
D12 was ass.
Y'all were just angry kids, and you only like gangster shit. That's all.
What
You
the fuck
couldn't-
do you mean?
You couldn't get down with the community.
So
I
like
listen,
so
I
like
listen
this
to My Chemical Romance.
this
Are you
I think
crazy?
is
Okay,
a
Emo.
dope album cover.
That is
but I
fire.
don't think the colors contrast. You know what I mean? The colors could
That
be.
is fire.
It is a dope.
Michael Jackson has amazing album covers.
Of course, it's Michael fucking. He better for the be a
Kanye's got some dope album covers.
We already been said that.
Yeah, we said.
No, but I'm saying like he really like
He
puts a lot into it.
We already went there.
And I think that's
My-
important
My
because it
Dark
makes
Twisted
people want to
Fantasy was
listen
one of my
to an
favorite
album
ones.
more when it's you know what I mean when you see
I
it.
found the old Biggie one.
It's the first selling point of an album. Like when you see it,
Disappeared.
do you want to listen to it or not by the
The
look
Grateful Dead has great album covers, by the way.
Park has great albums.
of it? Think about it. Think about the saying like we judge a book by its cover. We judge an album by its cover. When we look at it, we're like, does it make you want to listen to it by
That's
looking
a
at the
great
art?
album cover. Joe Button.
That is dope. That would make me want to listen to it because I would think it would be about some shit.
Cut, yo. This shit was.
Do we like this?
That is
Eyes
fire.
Dry, yeah.
Paper
Wasn't that
Trails.
the- Paper, yeah.
Paper Trail was fire. I like
Paper
that.
Trail.
That's a very abstract painting of Tip. How do we feel about this?
Huh?
DMX.
That shit was fire.
Blood of my blood.
Oh, you guys didn't even see it. He's like covered in blood.
Yeah, I've seen that album before. It's dope.
Yo,
Can I
this
use
is one of my favorite album covers of all time.
Outcast.
AT Aliens.
AT.
That is
That
fire.
shit is so fire.
Yes.
The colors scheme, everything. Like everything about it's like cartoon. We just said that. We already know the deal, but yo,
Word.
so
Nothing Was the Same was a great fucking album. It was a great album cover.
yeah. Yo, Doggy Style.
Let me see that shit.
Snoop Dogg. It's not popping up, but that shit was. It was like the cartoon of the chick and the dog.
That's another old DMX joint.
I'm not fucking with that.
Pitbull.
Let me see.
I'm not fucking with that one.
Yeah, that's
It's too basic for me.
it's whatever.
I mean, of that era.
That's
it's
like
better than most.
that's like the basic bitch of album covers.
Nah, I've seen some really basic album covers. For real. I promise you I have.
You mean like the ones that people would send me like, let's make this your album
that's
cover.
You, right? You used that one.
KO no, that's Cole's.
Yeah, but
That's yo
It's attached to your
KOD
door.
is hot.
Yeah, it is
It's
a great album
so
cover.
fire, yo.
I
so fire.
I said it was you because your name's under it. Like,
Yeah,
Cradle
no,
of-
I put it on my.
Cradle of Filth has album covers that are really amazing. They're like a death metal band from like Europe.
A lot of
Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin.
Pink Floyd, facts.
Alice in Chains
Word.
had a dope. If we're talking rock, what was their Nirvana one?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what one I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Is it the one
with the boy swimming in the
in the
water,
water
Yeah.
with the dollar bill?
That shit was fire.
So fire, bro.
I don't really fuck with Nirvana like that though.
That's crazy. You're wild.
Bro, people hate me for my music taste. Like for real.
Cuddy's got real. Yo, Lupe.
Lupe fucking Fiasco.
Fiasco.
Lupe for
Do you hear-
Fatso.
He basically just said fag, but he put the I. Fag. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could literally just all day. I could. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy, bro.
I don't like this nigga Lupe.
I don't like you anymore.
Oh, you think I give a shit?
What I want to know is all the people listening right now. Like, please send me a message. What you think what's your favorite album cover?
What's your favorite dick?
In the past, you see? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? What's your favorite dick? He said.
Dix is
Now was that now hold on
The
was that
gay-
necessary? Was that necessary?
What's your favorite dick? We're talking about the gay agenda, right?
What?
Oh no, we're past that.
Yeah,
Oh.
Bro, are you all right?
You know I'd be high.
Someone wake this man the fuck up.
Subliminally.
I'm high on Instagram. My bad.
Dicks. Everybody dicks.
You don't care anymore.
No, I do care.
Dicks needs a trim.
You need a trim.
Woof boy.
I'm just gonna sit here
okay.
until
All right, let me put my phone down. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
All right. I've been putting in my input, man. Like I've been doing this.
What's your album cover gonna be?
My favorite album cover.
No, what is your album cover?
What is my album cover gonna be? I don't know, dude. Probably something stupid. I think my album cover, like,
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but if it's the shit that we're about to put out, this shit's gonna be trippy.
All right,
I'm gonna
so
tell you
how
that.
would you-
It's gonna be trippy.
All right.
Because I already have a vision for it.
Yeah, we're talking album covers. So, Hendo, Shoe. How would you?
We have a. By the way, it's official. I'm gonna announce it. Shu and Hendo officially started a group. We are officially a group.
it's kind of been a group.
When we are, it's been a group, but it's official now.
It ain't Treyway.
I decided to officially announce
Treyway.
don't ever when I'm talking about my music, put that shit in the scene category. So look, well, we got a joint project coming out. We've been talking a lot, and a lot of our thoughts are very in sync. Like I'll be thinking about something. Last night I was gonna bring something up on the phone to Hendo, and I didn't. And this morning he hit me with it. This morning before I even said the shit to him. So we literally we have the same mind. We're like one brain working together. It's the craziest thing. Like, so from now on when we link up, what's this? What is that? From now on when we link up, you may call us the connection. You may call us the connection.
With the groupie. Apparently.
We are the art connection. So
I'm just saying, they may be the connection, but Jody's gonna get on that map too. All right, Jody Mims featuring Hendo.
That's such a
Sue.
dope rap name, Jody
I
Mims.
came up with it when I was in jail. Thank you very much.
That's fire. As you should have. That's fire. It sounds like a
You wanna know
jail
the story
nickname.
behind it?
Nah, we got to keep going on with this fucking show.
It is part of the show.
I don't
We'll
know
go
what
right
he's
into the
in a
mental
rush for.
Right,
I gotta go
we
see.
still
anxiety right
got-
I gotta go see my kid.
You got anxiety right now.
We still got like 40 minutes, 5 o'clock.
Anyway, mental health topic.
Man, it's tripping live.
Is suicide a selfish act or not?
Personally, no.
You don't think so?
Personally, no.
Personally, no.
Because suicide is a personal thing, and people personalize it when they're not the ones dying. So, but I feel like
You got a
people
point.
who are on the verge of suicide feel dead already, which pushes to fuck it, let's seal the deal. So, depending on the connection people have with each other,
Plug.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we're close right now, so if something happened to me, y'all would feel 10 times more fucked up about it because now it's a missing link with the connection. So, and people saying that the more people that die due to suicide, you feel like you lose a part of yourself. Like, nobody knew Chester Bennington from lead singer of Linkin Park, and then he committed suicide, but everyone who listened to his music and followed his life felt like they lost a major part of who they were.
That's very true.
You see what I'm saying? So suicide affects many, but it's a personal thing. So personally, no, I do not think it's selfish. Because, you know what I mean, if people were more aware of somebody's struggle or more aware of what made them feel that way, and I'm not saying they're wrong for disagreeing, I'm just saying personally, the person doesn't feel connected no more. You know what I mean?
You could argue that it's selfish to say it's selfish. Think about that, because everyone's entitled to we live for us. You're born as you, right? You're not attached to anybody. Nobody's attached to you. So you could technically, I'm throwing a, kind of like a statement out there that people might not fuck with, but it's just, I think it could be selfish to say that it's selfish. You know what I mean?
But
like, you deserve the right to feel however the fuck you want to feel.
Does.
Now, life, yes, we grow to love people and care about people and shit, and that, in a sense, like, you do have to be empathetic towards other people's thoughts and opinions on you, because if they grow to love you or like you enough to care to where you're going to be absent for their life, for the rest of their lives, that could be selfish. So I just hit both sides of it right there.
I don't know
my real thoughts, I think you do kind of have to consider other people's thoughts, but the hard part is when you're traumatized and you're going through it and you are suicidal, you probably are not thinking about other people's opinions and thoughts on you, or you're not thinking about like it'll cross your mind, like, yeah, I'll be gone and they'll have to live with that, but you're not really diving deep and thinking about that. You're just so hurt and in pain yourself. So it kind of,
I can speak for myself.
There's a lot of, you're not thinking clear. You're not in the right mental state.
Well,
you know
you gotta understand what drives you there. Like, for me, back in 2012, I had lost my relationship with my baby mother. My mother just died, the one that raised me. My kid wasn't with me at the time. It was with my guy.
It kind of all happens at once, right?
Right. It was just an overwhelming factor. So I was like, fuck it. So, me,
When it rains, it pours.
I took 7,500 milligrams of Seroquel. I was in and out for 3 days. I woke up in a 302 CRC at Albert Einstein. They thought I was crazy because I didn't take it as seriously as the doctors did. It's like, you know what you did? It was like super serious. Like, you were damn near close. And I'm like, I didn't take it like that because I was like, all right, I tried it, I failed.
Right.
But, and I didn't realize how effective me almost being gone would have been until I started talking about it. And they were like, yo, dude, like, if something happened to you, it fucks them up. And to me, I'm like, that's a dick thing to say. Because, like, now you're trapping me to say. You know what I mean? Like, you're feeling trapped now to live for somebody else. And I kind of developed the care more for other people aspect of living, because I'm like, it's not about you no more. And you find out, like, and you won't know until you open up. And a lot of people who are suicidal don't open up, because once you get to that point, you start
I would say
isolating.
probably 95 to 98%
like, you'll shoot shots,
don't.
You'll shoot shots of bait to see who's going to bite for that attention for you to open up. But if you don't get it, you withdraw. And then when it happens, you're like, well, damn, what happened? And you realize, has that person reached out, or had they gave signs that this was going to be the way it was? And then people get 10 times more fucked up when they realize most people have reached out and they just were too busy in their own thing to pay attention.
Can we talk about that? So you see on social media, a lot of people will just like put up some posts like, I'm done with life. Like, I see it like literally every fucking day, like every week.
The fact that people call people like that attention whores are fucking
assholes.
assholes.
No, I was just gonna literally just say that, like, they're not attention seeking. Like, yeah, sure, they are to a certain, they are seeking attention, but
they need that attention.
Exactly.
Don't vilify them for that shit.
Anytime you see that,
because what if they are serious?
I reach out to them every fucking time, regardless of if I know them or not, and I'll message them. I'll drop a message privately, like I'll comment on their shit, and then I'll drop a message and be like, you don't want to do that, and I'll tell them why. Because if I'm one of 100 people that reach out, or if I'm just one of one,
call him on
I still want to be that person
Can I call him on
that potentially maybe stopped you from doing that. Why the
call you?
fuck would you put someone down in that state of mind?
Okay.
That's
Can
the
I call you
lowest
on
of the
that?
low.
Can I call you on that?
Go for it.
You saying that? 'Cause I've been reaching
I don't
out
know.
all week.
He said
I've been trying to tell you to check your inbox. I'm like, call me now.
He doesn't
Now
ever-
You try to call me. My phone ain't working.
He doesn't
like
ever
that.
answer
I had
Messenger.
more responses from him.
No. But not on that. We're not. We're
No, I'm
talking
just
about
saying,
suicide
but-
right now.
Well, you see, but that's the thing.
What if he-
That's the
yeah,
detail you're
yeah.
not paying attention to. Like for me, I said this before.
Then say that. Say that.
I'm saying it. I'm saying like sometimes just reaching to you.
I'll
and message
always-
you like all right. I messaged you a verse or whatever. He ain't look at it yet, but he acknowledged.
You
he ain't look
messaged
at
me a verse.
And I messaged you a verse.
If there
but
was
then
some
afterwards, I'm like, yo, call me. And that was like Thursday. I didn't
You
get a
gotta.
response or nothing.
You gotta tell me what the fuck. If there's something
Can't
going
tell you, I
on,
can't even call you on my cell phone.
no, you just
I'm
text
sure.
it. If there's something going
I'm not
on,
gonna just text
I'm
him and
always.
then sit 3 days later and he's not gonna respond. You didn't even look.
I 100. Yes, I did. 150% always see everything, and when I gotta.
My messenger said check marks until today.
It doesn't matter. People see when you message them. I may not have opened it, but
See-
look,
see,
if I'm
it's
bit,
the open factor that matters. You didn't open it.
I did not
You see
open
what I'm
it.
saying? Because Thursday.
But what are we saying at this point? Because
No,
look,
I'm just saying.
if you
I
needed
bet
me,
you-
I would be there, right? Right or
I be
wrong,
trying to
I'd
talk
be
to
there.
you.
But if you're sending me a verse and I'm having a
No,
busy
that
week,
was the first joy.
then
I
I'm
sent it
not.
To him too. But afterwards, I didn't even like go into detail. I just like, all right, call me. But you didn't respond.
I couldn't.
I'm
I
not
couldn't.
saying I'm not mad that you couldn't because we talked today. You know what I mean? I'm going through technical difficulties, but most times, like you always say, yo, hit me up when you want to talk. You see what I'm saying? But I'd be saying to him, like, it's not his fault because his life is his life and he's
And
busy.
no. I've never not been there. If you said you needed to talk about something, you can't tell me that.
No, I'm not saying.
Can't tell me that. Nobody can actually
but
say
you're not
that.
always there.
I'm always there. I'm always there.
The last conversation we had where you were there, I give you that.
I
You're not always there when
prioritize things.
I
So
told-
look, if you're sending
I'd
me
be
a
like, yo.
if you're sending me a
I don't
verse
get a
and I have a real busy week, that's
No.
not a high priority
No,
for
I'm not
me
talking about
because
the
we're
verse
gonna
at
lay
this
that
point.
verse
That
down
was
eventually.
That was the first thing. That was just because he saw it, but he didn't listen to it. He didn't check it out yet. But
The fact of the matter is, both of you guys in the room right now can say that if you reached out to me and you needed to talk about some shit, you know damn right that I would be there, and I'm bowing out right now.
I call
That's
Nick
it.
every single day. Yeah, I
So-
talk to Nick every
I'm
single day.
gonna just have to start calling. Fuck it. I don't care what you do. I'm gonna call.
Go for it.
Yo,
I call him every single
Yeah,
day.
because I'm
Don't
never.
give me a- don't
That's
give
the
me a
one
first-
thing about my character. You could never sit and tell me you weren't there for me. I'm the person that's always there for everybody.
all
You
right,
can't tell me that.
all right,
Can-
let me
You can't tell me
personalize
that.
it. Did
I've
I
never
say on
turned.
the
I've never
last
turned my
show-
back to anybody
Wait,
in my
You know
life.
what I say on the last show that I was here that I'm gonna reach out and I need y'all because y'all right now in my circle right now, right? And if I'm gonna shoot the message, I need responses. Like he responds best he can. I know you be
I
busy.
can't-
I know. I'm not saying you
I can't.
all the time, but we're
can't.
talking like over days.
I can't. I have.
I know what you're doing. But I'm just saying.
I have. Look. Let's go. No. Let's just go through it. Let's go through.
Because you didn't say nothing to me till today.
I
Like,
have
Yo, I'm coming. Your phone's fucked up.
on some bit because 95% of the time I'm on some business shit. To be honest, and I hate it, but it's just what I got to do.
I'm not mad at you.
And look, I got. Look at how many people I got to respond to. I have all this. Like,
I miss when my life was like that.
it's crazy. No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't
What,
say
so
that.
many
No.
people to
I
respond to?
because I got it because life is just literally like business. You know what I mean? So I got to like pick and choose and prioritize. You know what I mean?
You don't feel bad.
I'm out here trying to win for the team right now.
Well, I'm trying to get there.
All right, so my whole opinion on suicide.
So is suicide selfish or not?
Depends
Um,
on the people. Do you think it's something?
I think it's completely selfish, but nor do I negate the fact that certain people's thoughts may be louder than what is around them. You feel me? Because I wanted to die ever since I was an 11-year-old boy. I've never ever wanted to be alive, and with the times that I've wanted,
So sad.
with the times that I've wanted to kill that, with the times that I've wanted to kill myself, and the times that I've wanted to, not be alive anymore, I'm still here. And I'm not saying, look to me to be a role model or look to me to equate your pain to anybody, because I can't take my pain and equate it to yours. I don't know how people react. You feel
I
me?
can relate to that.
But at the same time, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, I'm not trying to sit here and say that you can't live your life how you want to. Because if you want to kill yourself and you want to kill, like, then no one can virtually stop you. But at the end of the day, like, I think suicide is personally selfish because you have no idea what life could bring to you. You have no idea whether this pain is temporary. You have no idea whether you're strong enough to even deal with this
And you
pain.
don't see all those things in the process of going through all that.
No, you don't. Even I
Just
haven't. You
flooded
feel
with
me?
emotions and all kinds of bad negative shit.
All right, but what if you're going through a pain that's not temporary?
Like what?
Because I feel the same way you do half the time.
I've
I
been-
get mad every morning when I open my eyes. That's why it takes me 200 fucking battles. To
You get what?
out. I get mad waking up in the morning.
Okay, so I'm gonna encourage you to, and I need you to take this advice. I'm sure you've heard it before, but this is exactly that is exactly why you're gonna stay stuck in that cycle. And the way the mind works, it's a cycle. Your thoughts are repeated patterns. They become habitual. They're habits. So I need you to start waking up for 10 minutes and doing nothing but meditating and working on slowing down your thoughts, being at peace with everything in your life, and think about the most positive things that get you excited. I need you to just focus on that, and it may be hard. It's actually, I'm going to tell you right now, when you first start doing it, the first week, the first couple months is going to be the hardest. But once you train your mind to think like that, like I said, it's habit forming. You're going to then start waking up, and you're going to have the willpower to think with that stronger mentality. And when you start how you start your day is typically how your day is going to go. So if you start your day positive and you fight all that negative shit off in the morning, and you're just a warrior and you battle it the fuck off, you're going to start your day positive, and you're going to then gain the resilience and the willpower to then fight all day, because that's how you started your day. How you start is how you'll finish. And then if you go through your whole day, the more days you have positive, if they outweigh the negative days, it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. And then over time, your life is going to even itself out. And then a couple months are going to pass. You're going to find yourself in a much different situation. And you're going to look back and be like, damn, I was really fucked up.
That's
Yeah, I
exactly
do that.
that's exactly why I feel like suicide is cowardice and suicide is selfish. And because at the
You
same,
can control your mind.
you can control your mind.
People choose to just play victim and just give up.
I'm not going to say people choose to play victim, because people who suffer from mental illness get attacked with mental illness every fucking day.
Well, that, and then there's shit that sometimes they can't control, and it's not their
Yeah,
fault.
you
That
feel me?
happens to
Certain
them.
shit like that
It's
causes
fucked up.
people pain. But at the end of the day, you have no idea where life is going to take you. You feel me? Like, you have no idea how powerful it is for you to say, hey, listen, all of this depression is hurting me, all of this shit is killing me, but at the end of the day, I'm alive, and my life is mine. You feel me? Like, my life is mine to live. At the end of the day, I used to think that death was the biggest piece, and to a certain degree it is, but living can be just as peaceful as dying can be. And bro, like, there's people who go through pain every day. You feel me? At the end of the day, like, there's people who go through pain every day, and I'm not trying to sit there and equate nobody's pain to anybody else's, but at the end of the day, you can be just as strong as the person you see who's dealing with the shit that you're dealing with.
You are
feel me?
just as strong.
You
just
are
choose
just
not
as strong.
to be.
I'm not
Everybody
gonna
has
say-
the ability to be.
I'm not gonna say that you choose not to be, because, like I said, people get attacked every single fucking day.
But
if you-
honestly,
if you-
there's some people that would sit in this room and say, boo hoo, like, stop playing victim, like, no matter what the fuck you go through. Now, that might not be the right approach to talk to people like that are going
not.
through it. It's not the right approach.
It's not cute.
But I agree with their mindset.
I agree with
and
the
it
mentality,
because
most definitely.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
the thing is, at the end of the day, you are in control.
So,
We do choose to give up and let our mind take over, and
I say it myself.
we need to jump in the
I'd rather
cockpit and
quit.
control that.
But now I don't live for myself. I live for the kids. I live for my girl, because that's what wakes me up.
Isn't
That makes
that
me want
isn't
to
that
get
what
up.
being a human is for?
No,
To-
being a human is not to live selfless. Being a human
don't believe
first and
that.
foremost, you should live for you.
Yeah,
should
yeah,
live for
yeah,
you.
yeah. But at the end of the day,
This
like,
is your life.
What
At-
is living for you without a purpose does? Like, for me, my purpose is
You
make
need
sure
to
these
find-
kids get to school.
No,
make
and
sure
that-
my girl is
some
well.
people are
And
meant
that
to.
keeps you going.
Some people
But
are
you
meant to
need
be
find a
caregivers,
purpose,
fam.
because
My
you're gonna
mind.
sleep through life if you're doing for others. Because I've
That's
been
true.
there. He can fucking attest to this. I have spent the last, and I haven't even known him that long, but he knows stories, everything. I have spent the last I mean, damn near my whole life, but I've spent especially the last 3, 4, 5 years doing for other people, going out of my way to make sure other people are straight and good, and just living the most selfless life I could. And
a humanitarian, a shitty person. You could help
a lot
people.
of humanitarians.
My dad
Sure,
was like,
sure.
I found out when he died, he was donating and helping people. He was the crappiest father. You see what I'm saying?
You can be,
so
yeah,
like,
you can be.
I'm gonna repeat in my mind unless I'm dead. So that's how I stay focused throughout the day to just stay on top of things. But at the same time, it's like I see the world the way it is, and people hit you with that question. I'm like, no matter what I go through, it's never going to be as worse as my worst, and it's never going to get any worse.
Live in the past. You can live in the past and be hurt by all the traumatic and traumatizing things you went through, right? And you can live in the future and have anxiety and think, I got to do all this. That's my issue more so now than anything. I always think like, oh my God, I have so much to do and I got to slow down because like what you got to do is you got to learn how to fucking live in the now. Because when you live in the future, you're anxious as fuck. You're stressing yourself out. Stress kills more people than anything. Right. And like you can't do that. You can't overload your work or put too much on your plate just because you're worried about where you're going to be or where you need to be. At the same time, I think you need to stay productive to be able to accomplish and get to those things. But living in the now is how you stay the most productive. Let's think about it. True. Like you will be less anxious if you're not living in the future. And then if you're living in the past, you're gonna feel pain. So you're gonna feel less pain if you're living in the now rather than the past. That's the best way to live is live in the now. We need to live in the moment. We need to stop thinking about the past, the things that hurt us, and the future.
All I'm saying is
anxious.
All I'm saying is when I was a little ass nigga and I wanted to die at 11 years old and I started cutting myself at 11 years old, I knew in the back of my head I wanted to die. I did not want to live anymore.
Because you were thinking about the future.
Nah, it's not even that.
And you were thinking about the no, you don't think that, but the past. Something affected you in your past, right? Which led you to that point, and then you were thinking you don't have a future. It was the past, present, future thing.
It wasn't.
You
really,
can't tell me it's not.
It wasn't really that with me.
Broaden that though.
Can I finish? Thank you.
Yeah, you can.
My whole reason for wanting to die was not only just the fact that people inflicted pain on me in the past. People inflicted pain on me every single fucking day. I was lied to my whole life.
Which is the past.
I was.
Every hour that passes is the past.
But that's not the fucking concept.
That's the past now.
That's not the concept. Because when I would go to work, when I would go to school, when I would come home, go to school, come home, outside, every single moment of my life I was being lied to, being abused, or being told I wasn't shit. And the reason I wanted to die so much is because it was happening on a daily fucking basis. And of course I kept thinking about it because it kept happening.
You see my point?
It was a regular occurrence. It was a regular occurrence every single fucking day. And when it stopped happening, the reason I couldn't get out of it is because I wasn't thinking about the past. I trained myself to stop nodding your head because this is my story.
If you were thinking about the present, the past wouldn't either.
What he's saying is that time frame.
You don't have to agree with it, but that's what it is.
No, now it's the past. Then it was his present. There was no escape.
When you're saying the word present, it becomes the past after you're done. Do you understand that? It is the past.
Explain the story. I want to hear the story.
Then
I don't have nothing more.
He's not trying to explain it. He's sitting there.
I get what you're saying.
Look, that's what it is. That's what it is. So
but what he was explaining it was that was his now then, why he had that thought. And I get it. There was no escape for him.
And I'm allowed to disagree. I'm not saying this is part of the reason that I changed my whole mentality on life, and people don't like it because it's an intense mentality, right?
8-year-old recently wrong for killing himself because he was being bullied every day.
Was he wrong?
He was 8, and he killed himself. Public school. That happened months ago.
I mean, everybody's wrong for killing themselves. You should never. That's never the answer.
He doesn't know. He's 8.
But look,
he's an innocent child.
Okay, but look, he was probably exposed, and it's the past. That's the whole point I'm saying. He was exposed to something that he shouldn't have saw that traumatized him, And he wasn't strong enough at 8 years old to fight off those thoughts, which led him to do that. He was probably exposed to something that he saw. I mean, he was exposed to something that he shouldn't have saw, and by seeing that, it really fucked him up. And
he wasn't selfish.
how the fuck do you even know what suicide is? Let's be honest. Like,
well, yeah, it's not
like
his
I don't
fault that
think
he knows
what's that show on Netflix
what
where the girl
you had said that before.
13
Yeah.
Reasons why, right?
Yeah.
13 Reasons Why. Like for example, my little cousin, my uncle and my little cousin watched that. My little cousin's like, she was like 10 years old, 11 years old. She should not have been watching that. I don't.
How many
you know what I mean?
4-year-olds sitting here spit hate every day in the
That's what I'm saying. So you can't.
You sitting right there and think it's cute, but it's
that
not.
you don't have the mind. People need to understand.
You're not
You
for that.
as a kid, you're not able to logically piece things together. Like, this is happening because of this. There's no. You don't question the why behind things. You just see things and that's it.
Music.
Right? Like when we see a rapper wearing something, you're not questioning why he's wearing it. You don't know the business behind it.
Like it
you just see it, right? So, like, if an 11 or 12-year-old sees a show of someone killing themselves, it may, for us, be displaying a good message, telling people you shouldn't treat people this way or this is the result.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if kids are watching that and a girl's slitting her wrist in the tub, what do you think the kid's going to do? They're going to try to slit their fucking wrist.
Right.
And that's not okay.
It's not.
It's not okay.
But that goes back to the gay wave.
That is just parenting.
That's
You
the same
gotta
thing with the gay wave thing. Like now, what are we doing with the kids now? If every TV show has the gay agenda, yeah, they have rights now, and I'm not against gay rights or anything, but I was telling my fiance, I'm like, they would have never pushed it like that before when we were kids, and now it's like you take our favorite shows, The Flash, Arrow, shit we read comic books about, and then put the bisexual or the gay agenda to it.
Right.
You're messing it up for the adults, and how do we explain to kids? It's not really like that, but I guess they're diversifying everything now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they don't have a right to, but it's like, all right, what are you going to do when your 5 or 6-year-old says I'm gay? And they don't even really understand what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't even know, but that's
know.
what I'm saying. They don't even know that they're gay or what gay is until they see something. Right. They're saying they're gay because they saw something that was gay.
Like, the reason why we have so many pill-popping individual artists now that rap and sing about it, right? When we were growing up, Eminem being the biggest one, how many times did he promote that? How many times did you see a video of him being in a psych ward or him being crazy?
Right.
Or in some element.
That could have done a lot worse for me as a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was good for us. We thought it was, hey, he's cool. We love it. We
right, but imagine if we,
now, what if our kids
acted on that?
Right. Well, how many artists now are acting on it?
That's what I'm...
Now you got more than pills now. You got syrup. You got mollies. You got all this other crazy stuff.
It's flooding the streets.
Right. And then now our kids are listening to it. Like, my kids think Juice WRLD to God for some reason.
Juice WRLD does make great music.
He does. I did. I
really
like that.
does.
But, all right, I was just talking to my fiance about the Lean With Me song. And the lyrics speak for itself. Like, you're promoting suicide. Like, you get fucked up every day. That's killing you. You're not promoting suicide like I'm going to slit my wrist or hang myself. You're promoting suicide like you get fucked up on purpose every day. If you rock with me, you fucked up kidneys and some bad liver. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucked up liver and some bad kidneys. I'm like, that's Charlie Sheen shit. That was his life.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now you're putting that into teenagers now, or the younger ones. I got 13, 10,
especially
11,
when
and
they
sing this song. My 6-year-old sings this song, and her mom's like, where did you hear this song? Why are you knowing the lyrics to a song?
Not only should they not be exposed to that, I mean, it's freedom
inevitable.
of speech. It's a free country, but as artists, we need to understand we have a responsibility. You know what I mean? To a certain extent, like it goes to say like you shouldn't like hold back and limit yourself on what you say, but we should just be wise about how we do it. Like, for example, like Cole said a lot. He talked a lot about that shit, but he found a way to a better approach, like on KOD.
Appeal to a certain audience. You see what I'm saying? Like, Cole, Kendrick, they appeal to a particular age appropriate.
He's not glorifying it.
But they're an age-appropriate audience.
Right.
Juice WRLD, Extendicon.
Right. They reach. Their reach is young.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, because they're young. they're only 20, 19,
Right.
21, and shit like that.
So they're talking to their peers
designer.
and like people just younger
and
than them.
like the peers are like teenagers, but they have siblings, and then they got smaller siblings.
Right, and they're passing it on to the younger brothers and sisters.
I'm damn near 30 listening to these guys. So it's like, it's hard for the kids not to hear it. It's on the radio. You know what I mean? Sooner or later it's going to be on soundtracks and movies. So it's like, there's no escape. If you don't hear it from at home, you're going to hear it on YouTube. How many kids are now just, YouTube is their primetime television.
Right.
It's not like, you know, Family Matters is on, or the Wayans Brothers is on like it was when we were growing up. It's like Nickelodeon has a music station now. Disney has their own music videos now. It's not like MTV and VH1. It's like everything these kids are watching has a music video for it, or a genre of music.
Right.
It's crazy. And it's like, how did we change that?
We can't, and it's only gonna.
Or how can we implement the structure to promote the change, or to get an agenda to have more upcoming artists put out counteractive music?
That's how I think, because like there's nothing we can do about that. I mean, all right, so I take it back. So there's something we can do about it, but we can't stop that. But we can start something else that can counteract it, like you said.
Which has been done before.
And that's right, and it's being done now. It's just not as... I mean, if you look at them both, that monster's not as powerful right now. You know what I mean? It's still on the rise, you know, because a lot of people just aren't... Let's be serious, though. No matter what year we're in or how long, you know...
The agenda is...
No, it's just the majority of people are not going to be woke. The majority of people are going to be...
But where they're designed to be.
Sleeping through life and not understanding certain things and not caring to understand because they just...
Shit, and it's not even just that. It's just like, you know, for me...
Not everybody wants to change the world or fix things. Not
you know
people just want to
right?
skate through life.
You know where we grew up at. And I realized, like, where we grew up, Washington Township, Sewell, New Jersey, we were so close-knit as a small city. Like, remember, we had one homeless lady that everybody talked about, right? One. So it's like, I'm 19.
The one with the shopping cart?
Right. That one. And then I'm like, you know, and it didn't register to us, you know, homeless lady, like, oh, that's a homeless lady with a shopping cart. We didn't know what the fuck homeless was.
She said some crazy shit to me one time.
But I'm like, we didn't know the definition or the reality behind homeless, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like 18, 19 in a group home in Camden and made the decision. They're like, yo, you can stay and deal with the bullshit until your paperwork goes through for independent living. Or we could just X you out the system and you go to Philly to this program they had ties to. So I went to the Covenant House up Germantown. Man, I did not know what homelessness was until my first year out here. Like, I went from one person to hundreds of thousands out here. And it, like, the reality, the perception just instantly snapped. Like, all right, what I was raised in and what I was around isn't how the world is. You know, and a lot of people don't see that. Like, a lot of people don't see the difference. A lot of people are like, oh, homelessness is, you know, not that big of a thing. I'm like, well, Philly, when Obama was running for president, most of the census for Philadelphia were like 350,000 homeless people, me included. And they wondered how the hell did one city promote 750,000 citizens and a majority don't even live in the city no more. You see what I'm saying? And he won the presidency that year. Like, homelessness was a big effect. If you realize, like, if you go by census, they started tallying us. So I felt important then. So I'm like, homelessness is big, and we didn't understand what that was growing up. And so you see it firsthand as you're an adult. You're like, all right, I understand. And there's a stigma behind that too. And they even classified homelessness a part of mental health, because the longer you're out there, the conditions and the circumstances affect the mind. So now you're in this way of living. Even if you were to get a house, you're still going to have the mentality of being homeless. You're going to keep everything in a bag. Like right now, I have moved my stuff from a bag, and I've been in housing since 2012 or 13-ish time. Well, no, 2010. So I just now got my stuff from being in a bag into a basket. And I don't even have a lot of clothes. It's like all my stuff fits in a basket. And my girl's like, shit, you can kick out because you could just take a bag or two. I got kids in a whole house. So I'm like, you know, you put a valid picture there because I'm like, that's the reality. And not a lot of people see other people's realities like that. So it's just like, you know, when you talk about suicide, it's just a broad spectrum because it affects many I don't think there's one person who can say they haven't heard of a story, listened to a story, or lived a story where somebody didn't, or someone wasn't murdered, killed, or had a suicide incident. Yeah, most people live not being diagnosed mental health, but everybody's affected by it. Like, most of the time you hear about it, it's like you watch a movie and it's like a six-figure guy working in the office and he's just having a bad week. And then he loses his girlfriend, and then he loses the money for the house and shit. So he's just like, his whole world fell apart from one paycheck. He's jumping off the building. You know, that's what, when you hear suicide, it's the first thing you think of, because that's the picture they painted growing up.
Right.
So now it's like, it's an 8-year-old now on the news. Not no business guy, not no teenager. We're talking
It's a lot. It's a lot to
an elementary school student.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in, because like
teenagers shooting people now, like not grown people. Kids.
The more we talk about this, it's like we're not trying to, you know, perpetuate it in a negative way, but like unfortunately, the more we talk about it, the more we paint that picture, though, the more it does expose it, and we just have to really monitor like what our children are exposed to, and there's only to a certain extent, because when they go to school, like they're exposed, people are gonna just know shit. It's just it's just the way it is, and like, especially with social media now, it makes things worse. You know, it
and that's just mainly city environment, because like this, when we grew up, we were in a suburban area. Mm-hmm. We weren't exposed to everything but what was on the radio and what we can get in the tri-state area as far as television wise. So, you know, the most you would get as extraordinary is if you met this stranger at the mall.
But it wasn't like we lived in the country. Like we were close to the city. Like we
were knowledgeable, but as far as a face-to-face perception,
we didn't see everything going on around us like we were living in it.
Like, because I had like a lot of people that we went to school with, like, oh yeah, I had family in Philly, but you would never hear about it until they got older. Like, wait, you know about Philly?
Right.
Like, I knew of Philly, but because I came out like 2 or 3 times for a visit, but the lifestyle is dramatically different.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me want to go back to township. It's quiet now.
No, I don't want to.
We all left. So
I do not want to go back there at all.
What? I'm telling you, you go back there, all you hear is crickets. You don't hear.
That's why I don't want to go back. That is depressing to me.
I went over there.
That's depressing.
My aunt's house, just sleeping. I'm like, I can't. I need a car, a gunshot, something. And it's sad to say that, but I need some type of something, because it's too quiet. Maybe when I'm 60.
Right.
Maybe when I'm 60. Poor Hendo. I apologize, Hendo. You shouldn't have gotten upset. No.
All right, cool. So, couple shout outs. So first off, I want to shout out JID. For those of you that don't know, he's on the rise, young up and coming artist out of Atlanta. Signed to J. Cole's Dreamville. Just dropped, I don't know if it's an album or a mixtape. I think it's his album, if I'm not mistaken. He just dropped a project called DiCaprio 2. Or at least, I didn't hear it, but I heard the single. You need to go check out the single. It's crazy. It's really dope. Him and J. Cole just slaughter the whole thing. And
up and coming. Like
I mean, people know who he is now, but he's.
I think I've seen it. You said JID?
JID.
I've seen it. I don't even.
AKA Jid. He was just signed to J. Cole.
Did he do a song with J. Cole already?
Yeah.
So I might have seen it.
But yeah, everybody go check that out, because that's really dope. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. I just want to let everybody listening, I want to let everybody know that, you know, you could reach out to Hendo or myself anytime on any platform. You could text us, DM, anything. Any time of the day. If you're going through something, if you have something you want to, you know, talk about, you know, you're not alone. You know, people are here to help always. You don't ever feel that way when you're going through it, but just understand that we are always here to help. That is why we're here. That is why we have the show. So feel free to reach out.
You can reach out to me too. I'm certified